Alrighty, g'day everyone. Welcome to the stream. Just need to connect my camera in. I just unplugged as the preview was happening. Let me quickly do that. Then we can start. I haven't really read any chat yet. Alright, there we go. Camera's on. And we'll quickly change the graphic on the top right from the Carlton v Melbourne game to the Port Adelaide v GWS game. It's going to be hard to top last night's game, to be honest with you, but I'm still looking forward to this one. I was going to maybe get a guest on, maybe do it in another room. I decided, well, to be honest with you, I couldn't get a guest last minute. And secondly, I think this is actually not the worst setup. It's better for me to watch the game, and I've got the MacBook. Again, like last night, and I reckon if KO actually is on early, as we will, I guess, test out to see if that's the case, then we shouldn't really run into any problems at all. Feel free to like the stream early on, always helps out a little bit. There's the Crouchy fun. The votes, actually, like, they were working, which was actually good to see. Obviously in the preview, let me actually quickly get rid of that, and I can enlarge this, and then I'll add a microphone. Give me a sec, I'll show you guys what I'm about to do. Yep, and then I'll just mute this. Well, let me do this quickly. So if I click on this, pause the music, get rid of that. You can hear me still. I think you can still hear me. They're the votes. So if you want to keep voting along, you can vote. Port Adelaide, bloody exclamation mark, vote 1. GWS vote 2. Be interesting to see what gets the most votes by the end of the night. I'm not too surprised that GWS are getting a few votes. I know the Giants on ESPN tipping only received like 23% of the tips, but I've gone quite a few people in the community have actually gone the Giants. So hopefully they can do it. Like, that'd be great if the Giants can pull off an upset. Seeing people in chat voting, I'm not sure if it's updating. Oh, why is the... I've got to get rid of the music. Let me get music. Yeah, there we go. It's sort of updating. You got to ensure it's sort of like function properly. Like, you've got the right functions. Put Adelaide now 11 and 9. We can maybe go through that as the night goes on. I might do some more polls throughout the night as well. I reckon they might be a bit more interactive and more interesting. And not generic ones. If you've got any good poll ideas in chat, let me know. In the live chat. I want to try and as well be a little bit more focused on the game as well for the live reactions, because I think if you do want to get viewers, particularly newer viewers, like, they're not here for you to complain or for you to to read every single thing that's said in the chat. Sometimes things that are said in the chat probably shouldn't be read. I think I need my sister to come back, which would be kind of awkward. Oh, I know. No, I won't. Tell you what I don't want to miss out on. I don't want to miss out on Never Tear Us Apart. Got the scarf ready for that as well. Even though I want the Giants to win, I'm still going to get the scarf out ready for Never Tear Us Apart. Probably even just get the power scarf on as well. You can see in the background. Yeah, there won't be cahoots tonight because I didn't enjoy them last night. They were kind of boring. So I'll address that once, and maybe once and for all. Anyone else that asks, I'm going to ignore their comments. There we go. Game up. Now, I watched the replay of the stream last night, and for some reason, you could hear me twice. There was a bit of an echo. So can you guys just let me know if you can hear a bit of an echo? I don't think there should be an echo for tonight. I think it's different. The stream's different from what it was last night, but I'm just going to have a little look in the background.
It is going to be an extraordinary game. Now, Kingy, we know Paul...
Although I'm fearing a possible smashing. I know in my video, though, I actually think that if there were to be a smashing, it wouldn't shock me if it's the Giants that smash the power. It wouldn't shock me if it's the Giants that smash the power. I'll move this here a little bit. Alright, so they're about to the pre-game soon. National Anthem. Good thing I'm not going to be able to miss out the National Anthem because it sort of annoyed me last night. I couldn't actually get to watch that. Cheers for the new subscribers. We might actually be close to the 20... What milestone are we on? Approaching 30.7k. Yeah, we might be close to that. Let's have a look. I didn't even notice, but we'll let you know. No one noticed, but I feel like people probably did notice. They just didn't want to say anything. Either they were too scared or they didn't think it was enough of an issue to say something. But definitely pick up on stuff. Don't be scared to let me know if there's something wrong with like the audio. By the way, I do want to get a new mic for the new streams coming up. I've got a lot of things I want to improve because I definitely think that these live reactions, whilst they can be alright, I reckon definitely they can be even better. But I think I'm heading in the right direction. Also, yeah, Ron Barassi passed away like a couple hours ago, so I think they're going to do some sort of tribute for that, which is kind of sad. You're a bloody legend of the AFL, VFL, AFL. So he's done a lot for the game. I can't remember how many premierships he's won, but I can guarantee you he's won a very good amount. I reckon 7 or 8. And he's won premiership from a multitude of clubs, but he's a Melbourne man. So I don't know if they're doing a minute silence for him. They probably are, and then they're doing the national anthem. 3 streamed. Yeah, I haven't streamed really as frequently in terms of 3 days and 3 streams as I have sort of now, so that's not too bad. I think my mates are doing stuff at the pub tonight, but I hope this stream isn't a flop. Otherwise, I'd be like, oh, I hope I was with them. They'll do Never Tear Us Apart to Port home game. I was really glad it gather round this year as well. We weren't too sure because it wasn't an official Port home game if they were doing the gather round Never Tear Us Apart, but they did, which was great. Minute silence for Ron Barassi. Don't stand up for the national anthem. Maybe I will actually now that you've mentioned that, mate. Let's have a look at the votes. So the Power, 14 votes. The Giants, 10 votes. If you think that the Giants are a chance of winning this, give the Giants the vote. Vote, vote 2 for the Giants. And then the votes will rise. We'll get back to that. I'm going to close the votes at the end of this sort of pre-game stuff when the game starts. I'm so hyped. Yeah, I think a lot of people here probably be supporting the Giants. But Port Adelaide probably should win this game. So I'm fearful that this could be the smashing of the 2 games. But I've got no idea what's going to happen. It's actually pretty close in the odds as well. Last time I checked, $2.15 the Giants were, which isn't really that bad at all. A couple more votes given to the Power and the Giants. Getting a bit close, getting a bit heated, so give me your votes in the chat. Also, Streamlabs, I know is a mod still and might annoy people, but I have toned down a few settings for Streamlabs, so it shouldn't piss people off as much. Look out for the Marmalade lads. They're probably big enough for the commentators to even point them out if they do get on the broadcast. Should be a full house at the Adelaide Oval. No excuses not to be, and it looks like it's a full house with probably no Giants fans. Mr. Saints fans at this game as well. They'll do Never Tear Us Apart, I reckon, a minute or 2. I reckon they're going to start this game in maybe a minute or 2 after the scheduled time start of 7:40. They tend to do it for the finals if there's like a minute of silence or something like that, which they have done for Ron Barassi. So here we go, national anthem, hand to your heart. Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea, our land about in nature's gift, our beauty rich and rare. Oh, I can't be stuffed standing up. History sang, then let us sing. Advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing. Advance Australia fair. Now, I butchered a couple of lyrics, and I know I wasn't on tune with the singer, but oh well, it doesn't matter. No one has to be on tune. I think they'll never tear us apart. They have to, surely. I know it means bugger all. I'm literally sitting on my chair at home, so it doesn't matter, but surely they are. Beautiful singing. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, KO is working tonight, so let's delay early on. I could actually watch what's going on. Yeah, the game is going to start a little bit later than 7:40. It's 7:39 now. I could probably predict to start in 2 or 3 minutes. Also, for those wondering, I'm definitely going to Brisbane next week. So that's a lock. That is a lock. We're staying... well, obviously all the tickets and flying, it's a mumbo jumbo with all that, because obviously it's going to be really expensive. Because all the Carlton fans would want to go to Brisbane because of the prelim final. I'm going with Will, but I reckon it'd be a really good opportunity to experience possibly the Blues going to the grand final. I've never been to an interstate final as well before, so it should be good. But we're heading there via Avalon Airport, which is going to be different. But the thing is, it's going to be like a late-ish departure, so I don't have to worry about getting up early. I've never been to Avalon Airport, but apparently it's just cheaper. That's what Will said. Mark will also be there as well. I was wondering if maybe you could help me out with a few funds with the hotel, but no. It won't be happening. 7:40. Probably get underway in a minute or two. I might chuck this up in my story. Why not? Blues aren't going to beat the Lions. I don't think they will. I reckon it'll be a game that's under 10 points. So I think Blues will bring the heat. But yes, certainly could see the Lions winning by 30, 40 points. And putting the... well, just all of Carlton's momentum to bed. Finn was in the chat last night. He's up and about for tonight. He's certainly up and about as his Power are through to a semi here in this big game. Alright, they're going to do it. Let's do it. Now, this isn't my scarf, it's Zay, and he's at the game, so let's see if we can spot him on TV. Let's turn this shit up. Yes. Hurt you. Oh, look at the orange scarves. I make wine from your tears. I told you we could fly, 'cause we'll have wings. Some of us don't know why. Probably butchering the lyrics, but I don't care. I was standing. You were there. Two worlds colliding, and they could never, ever tear us apart! Come on! Come on! Fuck those junior footy trophies. Let's get up and about for the semi-final between the Power and the Giants. I do want the Giants to win though, to be honest with you, so... oh shit. Oh shit. I've broken a couple of trophies. That's not good at all. That was spontaneous. We're getting underway here between the Power and the Giants. Straight away. In fact, very quickly after that finished, so I'm not too sure why they waited so shortly. It'd be a clip if I still had the Carman clips again. Anyways, inside 50, the Giants get the first one. Who's this? Hogan, Cornelio, Stefan, high ball up there. Who's there? Alia's there. He'll probably get the ball. Oh, Jones, you idiot. Oh, Jones, you better not cough up a goal for the Giants. Love the Power. Lloyd out of bounds. Let me just get the timer working. Yeah, you're lucky I was pretty rubbish in my junior footy career, so the trophies don't mean much, but still. Probably did not need to do that. This one's broken. In fact, I didn't just break that, I broke it. In Fidget's predictions, he said something like the two sides are going to score over 100. I could see it being a game where both sides could score over the ton, actually. But finals don't tend to be like that. Put on the back foot already. This is AFL legend. Hope you didn't... I already did. No, I did break things. Michaela broke a couple of junior footy trophies that, to be honest with you, they're nothing to, showcase. If someone's come over, I'm not going to be like, oh, these are much, because most other people really who played sports probably had more of an illustrious sporting junior career. So the trophies I had, only a couple were really meaningful. Although to be fair, I never won a premiership or anything like that, so that's probably why I don't have as many, but still. So I don't know, maybe I'll replace that section of the setup with other shit. You can't even see it because of the scarves in the way anyways. Butters moves around the Giants' opponent, goes for a bit of a run, goes inside 50. Going to get pushed, so that's going to be a free kick downfield. And, well, no, I thought that was actually a downfield free kick. It goes to the GWS, and they're going to go back up. G'day Nazra Yunus, and... Oh, did he run too far? Because they don't often pay that. Like, a lot of the time, they're a bit more lenient with run too far. You can run 15, 16 steps, or maybe run 18 metres and still not get let off. I reckon for a couple of the Buddy Franklin goals, the runs that he's had down the wing a few times, I reckon in a few of those instances he did run too far, but they're just not going to pay it, are they? Ollie Wines. Dixon, he's back on the side, and he's back to his worst. Good handball, good win. There's Iden. I really do hope that the Power don't kick the first goal or first 2 or 3 goals, because then the crowd will get completely behind them. It's going to be much more difficult for the Giants, because they obviously don't have the crowd on their side. And, I mean, he fell over there, Willie. You can call him Willie, not Junior anymore. He did fall over. I'm not too sure about that, but whatever. We'll see what the poll... I might close the poll and add a new one. Like, if there's a monumentous occasion, or like a big moment, I might make a new one for that. So give me some poll suggestions in the chat. Willie Rioli, 45 out on a bit of an angle. Caresses it home, and the Power have the first goal. The Power have the first goal. Have I got the music for Port Adelaide's goal? I'm not sure if I do. I've got that, though. In fact, green screen's in the way. Let me just add a filter. Pretty good start to the game, says Shane. I don't think there's a side that's particularly flat early on, which is good. Do you watch the VFL? No, I am aware though Werribee and the Suns are in. Weird that the Suns, it kind of still feels weird that they're at VFL side, but, you know, don't watch the VFL. Don't watch really any games. They don't even follow Sandy, or the Saints affiliate. Tom Green inside 50. Good collect from Hogan, and he finds Toby Green, and Paul Francis tackles him. Slams him to the ground. That's a really good way to open your final at the semi-final there for Horn Francis. Just getting him to the ground. I'm trying to find the two team songs. Neilio Alia's going to get it. Probably needs one of his best games for Alia if they were to win this game. To be honest, I reckon. Oh, that's behind the hill. No, it isn't. But that's the song or the chant that they were singing for Port V Rich for Bulldogs. Behind the hill for Alia. I reckon they just sing it every game, to be honest. It's not a bad chant. It's a chant I think the Criminals would certainly sing. Are we voting for halftime? We'll do a few more votes, so just give me ideas. If there are no ideas to vote for, then just give me some ideas. Wines off to Rioli, and he'll probably should have given it to Power Pepper. Whitfield takes him holding the ball. No high tackle there. Alright, let me quickly get the Port song up. And we'll get the Giants song up as well. What's with this being stuck? It's been stuck for a while. Yeah, I just realised the scoreboard was frozen there. I didn't even realise, just until then. Good stuff. Good stuff. Lock him up. Lock him up. Burn Jones down, so that's probably a win for the Giants. Cornelio. Whitfield. I don't know every single Giants player, so it's going to be a bit more... I know this is Daniel Lloyd, and he runs around Lockie Jones, and he finds a good spot, and that's Toby Green. He'll have the first shot on goal for the Giants. The Rabbits predicted Carlton games right. Yeah, if the Rabbits want to get another one right, they want Carlton to beat Brisbane. I want Carlton to beat Brisbane, to be honest. I actually don't hate either side, so it wouldn't matter, but be a bit more of the underdog tale. I'll be with a Carlton fan as well, so kind of makes sense. Even though like he was kind of quiet against the Saints, I think he still kicked 2 goals. He kicked the first for the Giants. He's kicked the first for the Giants again. The leader steps up in the big game once again and kicks the first goal in the final for the Giants. Let me know if you could hear the song for the Giants. I'm not sure if there was music played in the background because I got my headphones plugged in. Toby Green, 6-6, Power V Giants. Never in doubt, they might say. Some might suggest. Well, I want to see the Giants win the grand final. That would be legendary. It'd be good. It'd be good to see an underdogs. I don't really want to see Collingwood. I just sometimes with the Collingwood fans, they just piss me off. They probably deserve to win it if they make it. But you can make the argument. And also, you don't want like a GWS or even maybe... I actually don't want the Giants to make it to a grand final. I just think they'll get absolutely blown out of the water under Granny. They did that against the Tigers, and it was a few times you'd prefer other sides to be in the grand final, especially Collingwood in certain years. Should have they probably should have made it last year. They would have put up a better fight. There's Green. He's trying to out-strength 3 Port defenders. Not going to do that. Can we have a goal competition tomorrow? If you're going to RSA Park, yes. If you're not, then no. Oh, what was... Kick out of mid-air. Hogan's there, so is Aaliyah. Port Adelaide are the worst side when it comes to one-on-one defensive contests. They're the worst side defensively. I don't think Brisbane or Carlton will smack the Giants in the granny. Brisbane could. I know it's at the MCG. Brisbane v GWS at the MCG. That'd be weird. I kind of want an all-interstate grand final to happen because it hasn't happened in ages. Kobe Green, quick kick. Aaliyah's going to get there. Free kick maybe to Hogan, no. And 50-metre penalty, yep. You have to give it back to him. You do have to give it back to him. I don't want a grand final as a... Obviously not. No one wants a smashing in the grand final. But for this year, right, unless Collingwood make it in the versus an in-state side, I don't think it'll be a smashing, but I could certainly see it. Oh, if Collingwood Carlton won't be a smashing in a granny. It's me against this Coday Cardman fan. Cheers for the $3. I don't really remember you from last time though. Houston snaps. Could find a mark there. Himmelberg goes just bang with a bit of a nothing kicking away, but it'll kind of work. Hogan's been lively early. There's Keefe and there's McKenzie who finds the boundary line, and you should probably call deliberate there, I'd say. The last interstate grand final was the Eagles and the Swans. That was a good game. In fact, the 2 games, 2005 and 2006, were both classics. Normally when interstate sides win grand finals, it's always a good game. 2018, obviously West Coast in a classic. And then before 2018, was it 2006 the last time an interstate side won? Like, interstate sides don't really get involved in much success over the Vic sides. Now Pepper, short ball. I thought he had an okay game last week for the bits of the game that I watched. I'm so delayed. Did I not change the latency? Oh, I'm on K, mate. It's nothing to do with the latency. The reason why I'm a bit behind because you're watching on live TV. always going to be delayed on stream. So thanks for telling me that's 12 to 6. Oh, you're just taking the piss. You made me believe that I was actually on low late. He missed that. I thought he certainly would have kicked it. Alright, well, cheers for clarifying. Whoever said that. Did I forget the 2012 granny? I did actually, alright. Yeah, I don't know why. It's a bit of a forgettable grand final to some, although it was still a good game. So you could put that into the mix of another good game. Crows fans hanging out in the Giants cheer squad. Well, the Crows want that. And so do the Giants, actually, I should say. So good, we got 30.7k, especially after losing a heap of subs last night. So I don't think I'll be uploading tomorrow, by the way. I want to give it a bit more time to upload the video. I haven't got it ready yet, which means it'll be only the one upload this week, but more streamed. It's not too bad. Here we go, Port on the counter attack. Connor Rose, he takes a bounce. He's going to get run down. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that should be paid on the ball. I know he technically got a possession of it, but he got brought to ground, and now that's going to be holding the ball to Rioli. Bit of Port bias there. Short ball, and there's Horn Francis. Actually, to be honest with you, I think I got the player wrong earlier. Yeah, I did. It was a similar player to Francis, but it wasn't him. 14 for Port, that's Bergman. Far out. I called Horn Francis Bergman earlier on. I just realised that. Porter going to kick it, we'll see. For his confidence, he'd certainly wanted to go through. I feel like if he gets an early goal, he'll have a big game. Horn Francis has got it. Looks good. Looks very good. And that's, I believe, his first goal in a final series as well. So that's certainly good for his confidence there. And they'll power lead 13 to 6. Early on here at Adelaide Oval. I'm going to move this more towards this side, because I reckon this cupboard, whilst it sort of throws me off a little bit, I reckon I'll come used to it. I just got to put shit over it so you can't see the handles. Can anyone tell me what Lockie Keefe actually does for the Giants? Plays footy for them. Well, to be fair, he hasn't really done much for them. Didn't check the ins and outs. I never check the ins and outs for streams because I don't see it as being as important as until the game starts. I don't think it'll do much for them, to be honest with you. Keefe has been pretty quiet. Giants nervous and fumbly. What we were last week against them. But they'll become good, I reckon. Well, that's shocking from Tom Green. That's a bad misjudgment. Rioli marks. I'll tell you what, the Power do look more dangerous side for sure. Inside 50. There's Keefe. Oh, you Keefe, you're a liability, mate, to the side. You got to go. Smacked forward. Smack forward again. There's Marshall. Oh, good work, Marshall. Back to the twos. You go as Ward smacks it out. Underrated player for the Giants. Heart and soul sort of player. An umpire's scarf I don't think exists, but an umpire's kit does. Maybe I should get one of those. I still want to support the umpires for a matchday vlog in a game. It's part of my ideas list. I've got an ideas list, but the thing is, I don't really know where I'll get a kit from. Maybe I'll ask Chock's chat, because he'll certainly hit me up, because he knows who the fuck I am. Marshall's shit, says Xavier. He's a good set shot most of the time. He wasn't last week. Like, he can be okay. He's had good games. Where he's, you know, some might believe he's got some potential, and then he has really quiet ones as well. Xavier, you want to get rid of Angus almost for good? He's obsessed with the fact that I haven't got a TV in my room, as if that I need one. Starting to annoy me a little bit. Daniels takes the mark, defensive 50, goes for an interesting kick. Wasn't the option at all, actually, didn't hit the target. And I'm going to put them under a bit of pressure here. Well done from Callum Brown. Josh Kelly, not a good kick at all. Hit the shin. They can't play deliberate. Because there's no way he meant that. He's being a big hack. He's being a twat. I know they've added a new feature where you can time people out for over for a day. If the feature was in place at the moment, I'd 100% use it on him. Time out for a day. And he can go and piss off Rolls, Macro or Blake or whoever else is streaming. Bedford. Ask them to buy a TV. Edging it forward. Honestly, off the ground. Go off the ground, Green. Actually, I didn't realise there was a player there. See, that's why you can't properly commentate a game if you're watching on TV, because you can't see the full length of the ground. I actually didn't have any idea. What junior footy team did you play for? I played for three, actually. I did play for three. I only played one season for the last side I had, which was Bond Beach. Didn't win fuck all for Bond Beach, to be honest with you, but we were actually a half decent side. I've never won a final in my junior career, for those wondering. Brown has sprayed it badly. It's wrong side of his boot. That's just going to go through for behind. I think he's a decent player, though, Callum Brown. It's going to be nail biter. I hope so, Budsy. We've had... Honestly, I've streamed the 2 closest finals in the last... this season. The 5 games that I had the opportunity to stream. I technically could have. I've streamed 2 of the closest. So we could go for 3 for 6 here. Support the umps on a game where it's Northy Hawks. Yeah, I'll have to do it for 2 rubbish sides playing an irrelevant game. Oh, Marshall! You're useless! Xavier's right! Marshall drops the sitter. Oh, he's going to have a rough day at the office if that continues for Marshall and the power. Could sort of be one of those days. Boke. Yeah, I think the Giants are heading back into the game now. Starting to get more of the ball. Playing the game that they would want to play. I want to see an overtime grand final. I do as well. I think everyone probably does. Unless you're the fans of those 2 sides, and that'd be too stressful. Good kick. Here's a chance. Toby Green. Well, look, I don't know if that was high. Bedford gets crunched by that. It's Bergman, not on Francis, and Green has kicked the second for the Giants. The Giants have 2 goals, and those 2 goals for both of them being from Toby Green. And there's actually slightly decent crowd there for the Giants and the cheer squad. I know Marto is watching this in Vietnam, so he'd love them to win so he can be back at the MCG next week. I won't be at the MCG. I'm hoping to stream that game as Pocket Tiger becomes a veteran member. There's one good thing Pocket Tiger's done. Well done, mate. Appreciate it. I'm hoping to stream the Collingwood v whoever wins this game in Gold Coast next week. The thing is, we land at 6 PM and the hotel's Surfers Paradise, or whatever you call it, if it's a hotel. So I think we'll probably just make it in time. I'll have all the stuff set up beforehand. Next kicking with Sales. Well, I've got the video I've got to edit and get out in a couple of weeks. But to be honest with you, I haven't got any plan to film the next one. Filming it at Gatherham would be fun, but it just won't happen. Horn Francis goes inside 50, trickles along the ground. Here's a chance for Burn Jones, snaps it high. Oh, Willie Rioli couldn't quite find the mark. And they're going to pay a free kick. For what reason? I wonder what reason. Streamlad, stop. Just don't spam symbols. To be honest with you, that is fair. That's sort of annoying, Sussy boy. Whilst we're talking about Streamlabs, there's the vote. Giants have more votes. I don't know why it said that the Giants got a goal there. Oh my god. Every time I change tabs, this timer resets, and I need to find a way to stop that, as Port Adelaide kick their third through Rioli and puts them up by 6 points. But yeah, I do have to, because if I want to change tabs mid-stream, like mid-quarter, I can't really have that happening, to be honest with you. Port got a couple goals gifted from the umpire. Yeah, I think the umpires are favouring Port Adelaide, but that's just to be no surprise. I think home crowd, that's what the umpires do best. You know, give the heavy advantage to the Adelaide home side. Everyone wants the Giants to win. Who supports Adelaide that's watching this right now? Did you watch the Suns event? No, I didn't watch it. Although I assume that probably would have been on 7. I just didn't get a chance to watch it. I was doing a few things today. I haven't really done a lot today, but I did book flights and all that tonight, which was handy. Let me just quickly put up on my story so they can get people to jump on if they want to. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm on my other laptop, but I've got two in front of me. So, actually, let me just see. The Giants can get a goal here. Daniels has got it. It's a good game. This is a good game. Good snap. Converts. And we're back to 0 in terms of the margin. I think that's second or third time it's gone to level playing field in terms of the scores. Let me quickly go to Instagram. Send it through. So far, so good. In terms of it being a good game, we are in for a decent one so far. And I think the Giants are going to keep in the contest all game, I feel. Alright, I've just sent the thumbnail through, so let me just put it up on Instagram. Orange Tsunami. The Orange Tsunamis. Yeah, I watched Egg Footy's latest video, the Finals Week 1 review. He had the Orange Tsunami. I didn't particularly like the fact it was against St Kilda, but that's fair enough. What can you do? $18 seconds. So it's been a relatively high scoring game now, I'd say. And we're on track for 4 goals each this quarter, which is on par for a double 100. Now I'm probably the 193,000th person to put this up on their story asking who wins. Are you excited for the... Yeah, look, I'm probably going to stream the badminton under 16s when the time comes around to stream it. Should be good. Rioli actually has 2. He did kick the first, you're right. I don't know why I said you're right to BT or whoever said that. Good tackle. Rioli's having a really good first quarter. Providing the heat. There's Keith. Does something, does something good. He kicks it right back to Bergman. Bergman looks for a possible target, but the courage from Taylor is on display as Green gets it out, and Whitfield, and there's a paddock for the Giants. If they want us run, and they will run, Bedford, the man that got off like Bedford, can probably go over the top, and the Giants probably shouldn't make a meal of this one. They should go back and go for the set shot, and they should, through Hogan. Not through Hogan, through Riccardi. Couldn't really see because it's hard on a small MacBook. Go Mitchell Bean, Bedford to Riccardi. To Riccardi, not to Hogan. Although to be fair, I couldn't really tell. I just assumed it would have been their key forward. So the Giants to be in front for, I think, maybe the first time all game. It doesn't look too bad. It's hit the post, the top of the left goal post, but at least the Giants can say they're in front. So they hit the lead for, I think, the first time all night. Burn, streaming inside 50. Can they get the quick response? Number 44 for the Giants. I need to just make sure I've got every single Giants and Port player written down. That was Buckley. I'm not quite familiar with all their players. Strong tackle, no, free, last set. There's Rioli, dangerous. He's marked it. I reckon they're going to pay that. No, he probably didn't mark it, actually. It looked like he had a couple of grabs to it, but it was certainly touched from a Giants player. Giants get the free. I thought they were going to pay it to Port. I was going to be really pissed. Yeah, good question, Josh. Maybe ask Blaze. Don't ask me. Cornelio takes a bounce. Butters chasing. He probably wants to go another bounce. Almost run too far. And that was a shit kick. But it won't be deliberate because he wasn't attempting to kick it there. Yeah, Chol. I saw Chol in that game. He was pretty important for them, honestly. How do you vote? Can I pause this? If I pause this... No, I'm not going to pause it. Exclamation mark you put down an exclamation mark and you put down vote and then either 1 or 2. Probably put it up if you want to show you how to do it. Let me see. So I will get rid of this quickly, but there you go. You can vote 2, vote 1 for Port. More people voted for Giants, which I reckon they're just doing it. They're riding the bandwagon, the wave, the Orange Tsunami, because I don't think that many people were going to be going the Giants over the power. Hogan, Riccardi kicks it high. There's Hogan. Netted all right there. Ali just rushed it over, and the Giants get another behind to make it a 2-point margin. Three minutes to go. 70 likes. Let's get the like count up to 80. Or 90 or even 100. So I think if I have it back up on screen, you can do this, and yeah, you see the votes are changing. So they are. It's good to see that the votes are updating, because I didn't think I was going to get it to work. So something different, and I think probably first for the live reactions for anyone with a interactive voting system like that. Bergman, very, very good kick, directed it, and Marshall's there, and he's actually taken it for one, so Marshall can go back, and he's a good set shot, so let's hope that he puts it through for Port Adelaide's sake, but it'll be in front of the Giants cheer squad, so they'll give him a few words of encouragement for sure. But yeah, that was really, really well done from the power. Very risky kick, but it worked. Paid off. Bergman kept running, and a good kick as well. Finds a target, and Marshall just holding on to that one. Yeah, dropped a previous one here. He looks a bit nervous. It looks shaky, but he's kicking it from 20 out. So if he misses this, I'll eat my hat. He's kicked the goal, and the power hit the lead again. 25 plays 21. Yeah, Bergman, that kicks it up the goal. And I would have called him Pawn Francis as well. Because from afar, they look kind of similar, the hair. I would have called him that if I didn't realise earlier in the stream. If Zay's on the flag in the cheers... I don't think Zay sits in the cheer squad for the home games. I might be wrong though, but... I do think I saw someone that looks similar to Zay in the front row. I wonder where he's sitting. You probably just check on his Instagram story. The like count still on 71, so no one listened to my call to action. Let's get it to 75 then. If you don't want to get to 80, get it to 75. Yeah, it's certainly higher risk, but you get a high reward out of that. That's attacking footy. That wins your games of footy, wins your finals. So minute 52, I reckon the Giants get one more late, and I'll hit the lead at quarter time. I reckon they'll be up by 1 at quarter time. 27 to 26. Kelly. High. Hogan! Jesse Hogan outbeats Alir in the air, and he's going to go back to put the Giants in front, and I called it exactly. The Giants kick one late, and that's a strong mark. Jesse Hogan making a bit of a name for himself, because he honestly had a real struggle, you know, to maintain good form and maintain his spot as a half-decent forward. But I think he's actually a bit of a breakout last 5 or 6 games. But he kicked obviously 9 against Essen. I thought he was pretty good last week, and he's doing good bits in this game. He kicks this goal to top off a pretty good quarter for him. And the Giants, Jesse Hogan has put it through. There's barely a Giants crowd, as you can tell, as you can expect. But the Giants hit the lead by 2 points. And let's see if the Power get one more behind and make my prediction correct. Strong start. High scoring game of footy so far. And I'm going to check quickly to see how many lead changes there are. There'd be quite a few, honestly. I'm not going to lie. It would not shock me. There's actually only the 3. But only because of the fact that a lot of the goals that went back and forth didn't end up in actual lead changes, because the scores were level, rather than like the Giants hitting the lead over a certain period of time. So yeah, it's a strong contested mark. Here come the Giants. Yeah, get spamming in the chat. You can now spam caps, although you might get streamable, whatever, the night bot to give you a warning, but it won't matter, to be honest with you. In fact, I don't actually think it's modded anymore. Streamlabs isn't modded anymore. Because it was pissing me off last night. Giants get another free kick. Sam Taylor. Port don't like that, but you know what? They can accept it because they're feral fans. Can accept a free kick against them every now and then. 41 seconds to go. The Giants hopefully can hold on. Hogan again, making an impact. Instant impact. G'day, go to HQ. If you want to get on a quarter time call to discuss the game, or anyone really, I might do that for the quarter time breaks to give me a little bit of something to talk about. 15 seconds to go. Should be all she wrote. I don't really see any other side getting a score from here, unless the Giants are perfect from here. And they might be. Brown, short ball. The Giants could actually find a goal here late in the first. Green already kicked 2 in this first quarter, and you'd probably back him in to kick the third. It's went up by 8 at the quarter time. That'd be a really strong start for the Giants. Come on, Toby Green. Let me get the GWS scarf. Not a bad GWS scarf as well. Might not wear it, but I'll hold it and hope that he can nail this. So Toby Green on the Siren. Green's on $1 million a year. Deserves to be on $1 million a year. I mean, it's the captain, and the Giants probably have the cap to pay that amount, possibly. He's a very big pressure player, so he lives up to these occasions. But he has missed that one. But it's still a good performance from Toby Green. Can't really fault his efforts. And he can't fault the Giants' efforts in that first quarter. That was a very strong opening quarter from both sides. Quickly, let me just put the scarf back.
Which brings us to the matter of the Toyota Hilux. Now, the fairest solution here is shipping.
This isn't going to want to stay.
Here's its things. Favourite chummy.
Good enough. Good enough. Quality first quarter from both teams is Tiger time. Yeah, I'm probably slightly more impressed with the Giants, I reckon. Been a bit more convincing. They're getting space. They're getting a lot of plays loose when they're going inside 50, which is actually good. And they did the exact same thing against us as well. But Port are doing better, stopping them from transitioning, I feel. Alright, what do? Do we get a Discord call up? Maybe on my phone I'll do it. But I don't want to be dull. I don't want to ask like very obvious questions. Haven't got anything lined up. No one really cares all the goals. The Red Rooster chips at RACA Park are really average. I was actually quite excited to find them selling them last time when I was there. When they had them for whatever they were, $2 or $3, but they weren't really that good. They were too salty. The Tiger Tom says the Giants looked pressured and fumbling. Yeah, they did, and I thought, geez, it's a bit of a concern. I think if the power kicked the first 2 or 3, that could almost be enough for them to just go all the way. But no, the Giants did well to steady and hit the lead, ending that quarter. It's going to be a chaotic game, says Gemstone. I might as well see if there's anyone even in the server for starters, like waiting, and I'll see if they want to say a few words. There is all the goals. I'm going to see if he wants to say anything, but he's probably going to just talk about the fucking Red Rooster.
Red Rooster, yeah.
Yeah, mate. Look, you can save your talks for Red Rooster for tomorrow, but hopefully you're actually watching some of that game. Give me your thoughts if you want to.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I want the Giants to win because they knocked St Kilda out. It'd be great for them to see their first premiership.
Well, there's actually a stat I've seen that every time St Kilda loses a final, most of the time, like I think in the last 7 final series, the side that the Saints lose to go on to win the flag. Not saying that's going to mean
losing in prelims and grand finals.
Yeah, well, I don't think it will mean bugger all in this final series because I don't think the Giants will win the flag. But you know, maybe that gives them something. Maybe that gives them something. Well, if they win this game, they'll have to play Collingwood, and I just don't see that happening.
No.
Maybe if you can get in the waiting room there, go to HQ. What do you think of Marshall's game? there are all the goals. Started slow, got a goal late.
Yeah. Pretty decent.
Pretty decent. That's great. Got HQ. Anything to add to what Red Rooster had to say?
What was he talking about?
He started talking about like Red Rooster, and then he like he went on a tangent about how he wanted the Giants to win because they beat us or something like that. I like the Giants and I do want them to win. I think many people are riding the wave of the Giants, and I feel like they're doing all right early on. What did you take of the first quarter? Hopefully you've watched it.
It was a pretty good quarter, to be honest. But the thing is, Giants were a bit fumbly first bit, and they took over, sort of took control of the second half that first quarter. And Toby Greeny's obviously stepped up quite a lot.
Yep. Now maybe say something that hasn't already been said on the stream. Give us a new intake, a new piece of intake. For the.
Willoughby's playing good in the forward line for Port Adelaide.
I already said that. Yeah, I got to say something else.
I don't know what you're saying. I don't actually know what you're saying.
Well, it doesn't matter, mate. When that stream needs more insight. They can't just keep bouncing off the same ideas. I just realised that anyone and everyone can join. So take your turn. All right, everyone mute. Everyone mute. Honestly, I'm not even going to ask questions. You just say whatever the fuck you want. Everyone mute except for God HQ. If anyone speaks Spanish, okay, no. I'll give you another 30 seconds to give you a chance to say something that hasn't been already said. As Jordan McCleary says, g'day in the chat.
Zach Butters dominating the clearances as well for Port Adelaide, which is...
No, you're right. That's good insight. All right, you can mute, and I'll let whoever's next in line.
I'm going to go into men's stream.
Oh, look, Mr. Kid Eater. What a name, mate. Unmute and give us some thoughts. All right, you don't want to do that. Who's next in line? Who's this? Hanson Heels. You said you want to have a yarn. Open your mic. Say a few things if you want. Or not.
How are you, Cardi?
G'day, Hanson Heels. How's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. I reckon Port's defence is well and truly under the pump, mate, and they'll be doing well to stop them, I reckon. Giants will win by 4 goals.
Wow, early call there, but not a is one. I think Port Adelaide's defence is in a bit of trouble. A leaking
Toby Green's causing them a lot of strife, I reckon.
And even players like, I think Hogan's had a good start. Riccardi
They just don't have enough defensive weapons to stop all GWS's weapons, I reckon.
They've had a poor defence all year, but they've continued to get away with it. But this is where it could expose them possibly. So I don't think it's a bad take.
GWS are just destroying them out of the midfield too, which is helping the forwards be able to take advantage. I'd be surprised if the Giants lose. Big call, but there's one for you.
All right, well, we'll see if that does end up happening. The Giants, calling it hands and heels, cannot lose it from here. As we can head now to the second quarter. And we'll have to put the volume up, won't we, as well? Quarter at halftime. Sorry, I'll be doing the footy grids. It's always a bit of a tradition for everyone to do. But no, cheers for the input there, hands and heels. I'd give you a bit of more. I would have given you the input because you actually had something to say. Go actually just hopped on and just completely stole what I said. Nothing out of this world or anything. It's not too difficult to come up with that. Here we go. The Giants' pressure has been good. Another good tackle inside 50. I want to see the stats for that. Port Adelaide's defence shaky and a little bit concerning for mine. Conceding a lot of points in the first final and this final, 28 already. You saw those captain cards. Were you the person that I gave those captain cards to at Macca's, Daniel? You might have been. If that's who it is, yeah. Enjoy them. You can say thanks to my mate that works at Macca's. To be honest with you, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have the cards. I have heaps of Macca's cards just lying around. Green. Yeah. Just had a few just rush kicks that haven't really... I don't know if you'd want to go to the Keith option. You've been a bit of strife there, hands and heels, but that's alright. Look, it's better for people to make the big, bold calls than to stay just on the fence and don't... And, you know, not really give too much. So you gave me something, which is good. Dixon, weird to do that with a boot. And looks like a free kick will go towards Burn Jones. Blues v Giants grand final. Well, this could be the first time, and give me a bloody Given the last year, 2 sides gone out in straight sets in 1 year of footy for the finals. When was the last time that happened? If the Giants win, that'll be kind of crazy. There'll be someone that probably knows. Marshall's there. Couldn't quite find it. Drew. Willem Drew snaps it. Nails it. The Power get the first of this second quarter. A pretty important one. It's always important to get the first of the quarter. And it's Willem Drew this time, the beneficiary. And they led it by 3. Put on the Giants scarf. I don't really want to put a scarf on. I'd rather have it in the background. Because ultimately, it doesn't affect me that much, whoever wins. Because I won't even be going to this game next week. But both of these sides, again, like really a lot of these sides in this final series have been starved of a lot of success. Carlton, Port, Giants. They've only won 1 flag this century. Collingwood, to be fair, it feels like they've had more success than what they've really have had. Probably because they've been in a few grand finals. They're a big side. And Brisbane as well, haven't really been in it since 2000. What's that yellow sign on your floor? Where? Oh, it's like a speed bump sign that I ironically put a bump onto with my chair. So if there's a bump on it now, it'll go bend as Hogan takes it up. Hogan has been the player. Port Adelaide's defence questioning me big time, actually. It does look like they've got every chance to concede at any given time. Leany. Do I think Port will win? I'm going to back my original call of the Giants because this is a game that's just so free-flowing. 1 goal to one side and straight away the other side responds. Stutter for Hogan. And, yep, that's a good kick. It's a good kick. So Hogan's kicked a second. And another lead change. Bloody lead change. Should have been my big call if I had one. I just honestly wouldn't have expected a lead change. Like a game to be with all these lead changes. I thought it'd be one side gets a really strong advantage and then they'd probably be up for most of the game and the other side has to chase their lead back, but ultimately fails. But no, 5 or 6 lead changes already. Port and the Giants at the Adelaide Oval. I didn't think there'd be 6 lead changes this early, but it's good for the game, isn't it? When's the next video? I don't think I'll get another one out this week. I've got one that I have spent a bit of time on. I need to spend more time on it. So I think probably Monday I get that out. But next week I'll have a few videos out. I've got that. I'll have the Brisbane v Carlton prelim final vlog. I'll have probably a trade rumours video. They seem to do pretty well during this time of year. And tips, obviously. So, what's that, like 3, 4 videos? I know today, like this week, not many, but that's alright though. Can't post too many times in a row when you've got things planned. Anyways, back to the game. What can Marshall do? He fumbles. There's Buckley. Learned his name just only moments ago. Whitfield goes towards the boundary line. Giants fans want deliberate, but Port fans want deliberate. That won't be deliberate. Well, I won't be in Victoria for the Pies prelim. Like, if I was in Victoria for it, I'd go. Yeah, I said it in my stream last night. If Carlton won, I'd be probably going to Brisbane, and I am going with Will. Should be good. I am paying for most of the hotel and all that, but I'm getting like free flights, so I figured it'd be worth it. Plus, a free ticket to the actual game, and I think that'll be cool. Hobie Green knocks it to himself. What's he got in stock here? Riccardi goes back. Kelly, can he nail this? From long range, indeed he can! Josh Kelly has made it 2-0 for the Giants and lead it by 9 points. All of these Giants fans, probably Adelaide fans in disguise, but it honestly doesn't matter. The more support the Giants can get, the better. But there are a few Port Adelaide fans in the Giants cheer squad. They can piss right on out. Like, they don't need to be there at all. Now, early on, I said I wanted a high-scoring game. It's early on been quite high-scoring. Accurate from both sides. It hasn't really been seen at all this final series, where the two sides in a game has been accurate. Why is it 41? It's not 41, it's 40. We're the best running side in the league, the Giants, just about. Like, really. No sides can stop them. Like, really, they can't. And it's been shown on so many occasions. Jones tackled. Callum Brown sticks the tackle, doesn't let him go. This is extremely good footy from the Giants right now. This is this brand of footy wins your finals. Certainly won the Giants a final last week. Cornelia, the snap. Can they go for another one? Yes, they can. No way. The Giants, they can't do a thing wrong right now. Everything they do turns into goals. And there's another one for the Giants. They lead it by 15 points. There's 3 in 3 minutes. And 4 in the first 4 minutes of this quarter, goals-wise. Wow. I'd say probably at this current moment of time, you're probably backing the Giants to win it from here. Adelaide will get the game back on their terms soon, though. They'll get a surge, but it probably needs to come soon. Or they'll probably slow the game down a little bit because they just need it to slow down. Xavier says, this stupid club re-signed Ken. Yeah, they probably should have waited, honestly, but possibly waiting could have been an issue as well, because then it shows there's uncertainty in the club. Maybe Ken isn't at his very best in terms of his coaching performances without a contract. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think Ken is the right man when he keeps allowing his side to lose in big game finals. So many of these really important finals that the Port have been in the last few years have fucked up. Daniels goes for the snap, misses, and it's lucky now the Power have the ball back, and they probably want the ball back. Slow it down a little bit. Could be crazy too. Yeah, I was saying it before. Can't remember the last time we've seen that in the final series where the two sides in the top 4 are not there in the third week of the finals. I mean, it certainly has never happened where the two sides outside the top 4 have faced off in a grand final, but in third week I still don't know if that's actually ever happened. Aaliyah needs to be composed and poised. He is. Mackenzie directs the ball, and that's a good kick. Now let's see what's next on for the Power. Do they want to go bold and damaging through the middle, or do they just want to go down the line? They don't want to slow down, it seems. They're going quick. Taylor reads it best, and he makes the most of the mark. How are you getting to Avalon? I'll meet you there. So it's not actually that difficult. If I would have found out that you booked Avalon without me knowing how to get there, I would have been a bit pissed. But you just take the Sky Bus there, actually. You can take Sky Bus from Southern Cross to Avalon Airport, as well as Melbourne, obviously. And I've been to the Melbourne Airport numerous hundred times, but never Avalon, so that'll be interesting. Here's a chance. Finally, the Power. 2-on-1. Oh, Buckley does really well. Wins the footy. Couldn't quite get the ball there. That could be a high tackle. Iden goes to the little check side and he finds a target. Callum Brown. They want to just keep moving the ball, and they're going to go risky inside the corridor again. And he takes it, and Ward's there. Here we go. They've got to go for a goal yet. Storming in. Cornelio. Loose plays everywhere. What is Port Adelaide? What are Port Adelaide doing? Why are they not manning up at all? Hogan kicks another. It's a 22-point margin. They're doing what they did last week against the Saints. Far out. Well, actually, what did I say about the Giants being up by 20 or more at any stage? It's probably going to happen now. Fucking... The Giants are unstoppable here. This is the best footy I've seen from the Giants all year. Maybe even better than against Essendon. Because it's against Port Adelaide, a good side in a semi-final where you'd think they'd be up for the occasion, fit for the contest. So far, they're not. They're lacking big time. And Hanson Hill, so far, looks like his call could be spot on. Hinkley there on the bench. Many Port fans probably don't want him to be their coach right now. I'll meet you at Avalon. Just meet me at Southern Cross. I think that'd be better off for both of us. We meet at Southern Cross, I reckon. I'd rather head there with you as well, because I haven't got a fucking clue what I'm doing. Neither are you. Ward goes long. Part of me does want the Giants to continue their run here, but I do want this to be a close final, and I expect the Power to find some sort of response. They're a good enough team. You look at the form, last 5 games, Port Adelaide have won, I think all 5 of them. Last 2 finals at the Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide smashed them. Games. Port Adelaide smashed them in round 22. It was sort of the one lapse for the Giants in terms of their form, but realistically, you know, apart from that game, the Giants have been the better team, form-wise. I didn't even know I booked Avalon until after I confirmed. That's a little bit concerning then if you didn't know. Surely you would have clicked the Avalon airport option though. Unless you accidentally clicked it. Lived in this GWS forward half for the last 8 minutes. Really has. Oh my lord. Clearances 25-9. Jesus Christ. I mean, they're getting first use of the footy with Briggs, but still. Port Nude in the ruckman though, to be fair, but yeah, they just got it. Butters, Rosie, Horn, Francis, Bogue, they all need to step up here. Getting smashed. Whitfield, Cornelio, Kelly, they're all having good games. There you go to the Carlton Brisbane game. I am, yes. Yep, I am. Should be very good. Excited. Free kick to the Giants. Who's got the footy? Outside 50. It's coming. The man that I think Sammy met at Punt Road. I reckon he'll kick this. He has. It has. It's made the journey. They've got 5 in a row this quarter, the Giants. And it's a 28-point margin. And now it's a certainty that my big call's up. Because I'm not sure if it was 20 or 25. But it's 28 now. And the Power in some real danger. This has Port Adelaide v Western Bulldogs written all over it. Because in that game, the Power were strong favourites. And in this one, I'd argue they were definitely the favourites. But what the hell are Port Adelaide going to do now? This is pretty bad. This makes me nervous as a Pies fan. Yeah, look, honestly, I didn't even think Collingwood were that good. Like, they only got 38 entries last week, so I feel like if they can't get more than 50 entries, I don't think they're going to be able to stop the Giants up forward. I know they have a really strong defence, but still, a lot of their goals are just going, like, it's the orange tsunami. They're flooding the forward line. They're just going in really quickly, and I don't think Collingwood will be able to stop them at times if they continue playing like that. Boak, here's a chance. I think that's touched. It's touched. I even saw it ricochet. It's pretty sure it's touched. Just saw a donation. Who donated there? Xavier says XXS Tentacion will be played on repeat. On a bit early of a call there, Xavier. Although the angle makes it a little bit more difficult to see, but that does look like it's ricocheted, and I think off Sam Taylor. In fact, they might have brushed Ollie Lord. So if it did brush Lord, and it didn't hit any part of Taylor's body, then technically the Power stopped their own goal. I think it's brushed his calf. Yeah, the wiggle. Shannon loves the wiggles. One of the biggest Giants crowds away that you'll see. Yeah, but half the fans aren't actually Giants fans. They're all Adelaide fans in disguise. They don't want Port to win. So I don't blame them. Plus, I don't think this would have been the most difficult game to get a ticket to. There were still tickets the day after the game released them. That's probably the first time I've ever seen a score review where the ball's been touched by the calf. It's kind of obscure. Let's just say that was Ollie Law that it hit his calf. It wouldn't be a goal, right? Like, it's going to hit the foot. Or, like, below the knee. It wouldn't count a calf. I mean, it's the leg, right, but it wouldn't count. What is Crouch's GF fund? Well, why don't you donate to find out? Next donation, I'll tell you guys. Come on, Francis needs to be clean. Not really, but he's strong enough to evade the tackle and away. Oh, I've got to find the mark. He does. Mackenzie. Trent Mackenzie, the former son. Drew. They're becoming nervous with the footy. Making silly, simple mistakes. Rosie handballs straight to Ward. Here we go. The running power for the Giants. The power. Need to get numbers back. Ward. Oh, well, I was going to say they made a mistake. They're probably still going to find a goal here because they've got loose plays everywhere for some reason. It was identical last week. They're doing it again. Mark Ricard kicked a goal off his calf. Really? So there's a calf goal count. Ward to Lloyd. Possibly, though, the Giants might run out of gas here because they're running so explosively. They have to run out of gas soon. So I think Port can maybe get back onto their terms for the rest of the quarter. If they can take advantage of that. Fix up the scores there, 32-60. What the Dogs did to Port in 2021. Yeah, they just don't know how to play in the big games, Port Adelaide. It's going to be another failed season for them here. Even though they made top 4 and won like 11 in a row, it'd still be a failed season for them. They can't win a final. And they haven't been out in straight sets before because in the other two finals, they won their first qualifying and then they lose the next. So they just can't win after finals week 1, the Power. And there's another chance for Hogan has been instrumental in this first half. It looks like Charlie Curnow. Well, not physically, but he's playing like Charlie Curnow. Imagine the Giants still had players like Taranto, Jeremy Cameron on their side. Like, they'd certainly be a flag threat if they were playing for them still. And they could still be a flag threat with the way they're going about it now. Hogan's kicked 3 straight. Back him in from here. He's on track for more than 9. The stutter and has missed. So they're just keeping the power in it a little bit here with a few chances. A couple gone begging it from difficult spots, though, to be fair. That one could have been nailed. 32-61. But I don't look like scoring because I can't seem to get it past their forward half, really. It's just coming back. The Giants are doing enough. There you go again. Whitfield, Kelly, running. The Giants, good tackle. Almost. Won't be called, and that could be a free kick. They're just making so many mistakes. Didn't need to do that there, Mackenzie. Wouldn't have made any difference. He wasn't going to get the mark anyways. Didn't need to do that. Although, to be fair, maybe it was a little bit soft. He kind of fell to ground. But, you know, the umpires normally pay those ones, so whatever. Got to accept it. Jesse Hogan missed the one earlier. Another shot to redeem himself. To put him up by 35, the Giants. The kick is 4th. Jesse Hogan, the stutter from the boundary. Not a good kick. And another behind for the Giants and for Hogan. So that's 3-2 for him, 9-8 for the Giants. 30-point lead. Hope the Power make it close again, but a blowout would be shit, but a Port Adelaide blowout win would be shitter, to be fair. I mean, yeah, that is the case. But ideally, I'd rather a Port Adelaide close win than a Giants 60-plus point win. They're a more likeable side, the Giants. Brioli. Pivotal in the first quarter as quoted by GoHQ. Kind of useless in this one. There you go. Good bit of play from Rioli. Gets the ball back. Lord was there. So was Buckley. Umpire blows his whistle. He's blown his whistle too many times in this game, I feel. Let the game play. Let the game play. Did you know the AFL first used a score review system in 2012? No, I didn't know that. Don't wouldn't question though that what you said there. Probably sounds believable. Sounds like 2012 probably would be the year where they'd start it. Because I don't remember before 2012 with them implementing any score reviews. I wonder what the system was like before. It was probably just umpire's call. Keeps it alive. Cornelio. Houston, you just need to stick that tackle, mate, but you didn't. And now the Giants continue running. I've got numbers. If they can be clean with it, they are. Daniels. There's Riccardi. Been a bit quiet in this one. Good kick to the top of the square. Got to be careful not to give away a free putter. They got to be really careful. Kept it in. Oh, you're a muppet. Oh, green. Oh, you're a muppet, mate. He's made multiple mistakes, Lockie Jones. Green. Very lucky for the Power that he didn't kick that, and he was in a dangerous position. Last 3 scores have all been Giants behinds, but last 9 or 10 scores have all been the Giants. So that's concerning. The Power are unable to stop them right now, but they're home. They've got such a strong home ground advantage, and they're a capable side here. They just got to win it more in the midfield. And use the ball better, like that was pathetic. Semi-finals normally have one thriller and one blowout or shit show. But we certainly got the thriller last night. And we were on track for another thriller early on. But it looks like a blowout could occur here if the Power don't get things back on their terms. And yeah, same for the prelim, you're right. For the AFL on stream, I don't want to get copyright, mate. Surprised I haven't had more people ask me to put the footy on the screen. Well, the Power has certainly been put out. Almost green. Can you say that West Coast will win the flag in the year 2023? I will, but not really a funny joke. I wouldn't really say. What was Green calling for? The free kick? Briggs in the ruck against Marshall. Briggs will probably get it again. Daniels, and they are now starting to blow a few chances. They're becoming the accurate side. 4 of the last shots have been behinds for the Giants. They're 9 goals 10. So keeping him in at the Power. I feel like anything over 40 points, just a bit too much to come back from. They need a steadier here. I reckon if they get a goal, like the Saints last week, they'll get momentum going their way. And they'll get like a chance to get centre clear our fucking shit kick. Oh my god. If you're gonna do that, you've got to look for your options. Giants are doing everything right, up forward and down defence as well, setting up well. There seems to be just more orange wherever you see the footy. And in the crowd, like that section, all orange. Do you think Ben Keys is a good player? He's good at kicking goals against Sydney in final quarters. Next year I might get the AFL Watch Pass. Yeah, maybe. People wanted me to get it last night. But I got really annoyed when they were asking me to get it because I didn't think it was going to be that useful. Burton. Scoring started to dry up a little bit, at least goals-wise. We haven't seen a goal in a while. Not in probably like 8 minutes of game time. Whitfield picks it up. Good pick up. Iden. Good kick. He always hits his targets, Iden. The fact that it took until the final game of round 24 for the... And I didn't think they were going to make it. After the Dogs beat the Cats, I thought Carlton probably going to win against them around 24, but they didn't. They just didn't really try. The Giants wanted a lot more. It's just so weird. Giants and Carlton were both in the bottom 5 at one stage of the season, halfway through the season, and they're both going to be in the prelims most likely. Again, they're just so lazy, Port Adelaide. They're running out of gas way too early. They need this halftime break to come, but it can't come any sooner. When's the next Div 12 Resi match? Couldn't tell you. Maybe gather round. Hopefully I'll be there though for the next one. There'll be a next one. Jake Riccardi. They're 9 goals 10. 20 scoring shots in this first half already. If a goal gets kicked, there won't be an OG bomber. But he's missed it again, so just keeping the power still in it. But honestly, the game could almost be already over if they kick some of those goals. There's an OG bomber for those that really care. 9-11. And we've got 100 likes. Appreciate it. The last 6 are now behinds. They've essentially kicked a goal in the last 6 scores then. 6 points for a goal. Whitfield, back to Whitfield. With the Port v Bulldogs game though, the power was sort of out of it at quarter time in a way. I think they conceded the first 6 or 7 goals, so this is a little bit different. The clearances are a major issue. What did my big call say for the Melbourne v Carlton game? I think, yeah, Petrarca kicked 4. So I'm going to get another one right. One out of 2 again. Decent. Well, it should be more than 40 points target time, to be honest with you. Should be 50 the way they're playing. And Port kicked the first this quarter as well. So actually started with the first goal, and since then it's been all GWS. Can Port do that with the Saints and then kick the last couple of the quarter to give them a spark? A bit of an undeserving spark. Here's a chance. Lord's there. He kicked 4 in the final against Brisbane. Couldn't really do anything there. Good pressure. Rioli hammers it to no one. And they'll probably get out of jail here. Himmelberg runs into a sea of power. It could be on the ball. No. Yes. Yes, it is. They did call it. A bit of a late call there. So Port Adelaide need this to go through. An absolute must. It's going to Rioli. But I think it was Marshall that should get the kick. He will have to give it to Marshall. I don't know if you'd rather Marshall have the ball or Rioli. I know Marshall is a pretty good set shot for goal, but he has had some bad set shots in the last few weeks. So I didn't delete Cardman clips. It got terminated, mate. Wouldn't really have any reason to delete it. I kind of wanted it to stay. I didn't want it to go forever. Low battery sign, yeah, because the power are running low on battery. They need more fuel. They need it to recharge after the half time. Let's see though. They finally got it back down their end. Can they lock it in and get a goal late? Got terminated. I've said it before on a stream. They got terminated because of an impersonation infringement. They reckon I've impersonated Cardman 22. Yet they failed to realise it's the same person. They even gave them evidence and it's under the same, literally under the same name, email, but they don't want to take any of that. So yeah, they've just got rid of the channel altogether. This just has to go through, but it's going to be tough. But if anyone can kick it, this man can. Zach Butters. He's going for the shot, throwing away the chairs and the other garbage. Really good view for the people behind. I probably should get the phone out and film it. Butters. Not going to be through. It's going to be a point. Points galore this quarter. Port can absolutely still win this, but they're going to... They need the half-time siren to go. There's not a chance in the world, though, they can allow the Giants to kick another one here. That'll be really, really hard. I feel like the Giants, in a way, know that they've sort of they've definitely let chances slip. And if Port kick a goal here, they'll feel like, well, great, we've sort of gotten the power back in the game here. There's Marshall. Marsh, kick it, mate. You should have kicked it. Rioli didn't stick the tackle. The power are going to get a goal, but the umpire calls touched. Crowd reckons that went through. Initial calls touched, so he's pretty confident that that's not going to be a goal. It didn't seem like the Giants... Well, I didn't really see an angle of the Giants players, but it didn't seem like they were that... No, I don't think that's a... I think he moved his hands to make it look like it was touched. The ball didn't deviate. Oh, no, it did. It did deviate. I had to look at that again. coming off the index finger or whatever. So it'll be another point. 35 to 65. I can get why the Port fans are annoyed, because the angle from far away would make it seem as if that was a goal, but it was touched. How is that salty? Of course you're going to be annoyed, because you thought the goal was initially there. Umpires trying to give the Power all the advantage that they can with a late one here. We've got to be good enough. Are they good enough? Marshall. Power Pepper. High. Goal. Point. Points galore. It was Giants with a heap of points in a row. It's now the Power. I think that's 4 behinds in a row for the Power. So much for it being high scoring. I mean, it's still relatively in a way, but could have been a lot more high scoring. Last 10 scores have been behinds. That's pretty annoying for a fan. You don't want to just be witnessing behind after behind. That's what we are right now. It was pretty accurate first quarter as well, honestly, so it sort of shifted. Most behinds in a half a footy. No, not in a half, sorry, in a quarter of footy for both sides. 12, that would be. Himmelberg, 13 seconds to go. Should be it. 8 seconds, that has to be it, you would think. I don't think the Giants will slip up in the last 8 seconds. I mean, good all half. They'll hopefully hold on. But again, I wouldn't mind a late Port Adelaide goal. Give them a bit of spark. Give the fans something to hold on. Hold their heads on. I'm pretty sure the Giants won 65 halftime last week as well. Yeah, but instead it was 10-5, not 9-11. Pretty long quarter as well. Half-time, and the Power, they're shocked. They've been shocked. The Giants have gone bang, 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 kicking 5 in a row, and really should be up by a bit more with some of those chances they blew late. But to be fair, the Power had a couple of late ones as well that they couldn't get. But they look like they're going to go away with it and win it by 50 plus if the Power don't find some spark early in the next. Hopefully they do. But this is really similar to last week's game.
Of the 29 inside 50s, they've achieved of the 29 clearances won by GWS, they've gone inside 50 17 times. The AFL average is 20 from clearance per game, so 17 and a half.
This could have been already. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Could be 50 points. Let's try and find something to. Let's get a footy wordle or whatever. Gridley, footy grids. I'll mute the commentary. I'll make it more quiet. Still kind of want to listen to what they have to say. Yeah, footy grid. Better than Cahoots. Much better than Cahoots, to be honest. Half time. Port to hire King Jungle as the coach. I don't think the players would want that. A few assassinations after the game, I feel. Does this so far? Does this not make our loss against the Giants not seem as bad? Perhaps. I like the video. No point watching it. Want Giants to win. Not sure who you are talking to with that at all. So we've got footy grid, and I'm assuming Gridley as well. Stoppage clearances 27. Yeah, they're completely dominating in so many stats, but the clearance stats probably the most alarming. Alright, we'll make this a little bit smaller. Obviously, Port Adelaide and GWS are the two teams because they're playing. 3+ goals in a game. Not average, I'm assuming. So the Giants. Any Giants player that scored 3 or more goals in a game. Zay, I feel bad if you went away. I know you're at the game and you'd be really disappointed with the way you started, but there's still a half footy to go. Who knows? Maybe the Giants run out of steam and you can run over the top. You've got the home crowd, so that's something that you've got to your advantage. And you normally play pretty well against the Giants, so that's a bit of a shock. Satana are helping. Did he play for Giants and Port? I wouldn't remember if it was the case. Let's try and think of a Giants player that scored 3 or more in a game. And obviously Toby Green, but that's the obvious one. And I'm not going the obvious one. It's way too obvious, actually. Do that Riccardi bloke. Yeah, but he's a current player. I think if you go past players, you'd be able to have a better chance of getting a better score. I was actually going to think Israel Folau. I really don't think he was good enough to kick 3 or more in a game. And we've got time. We don't have to rush it as well. We don't have like 5 minutes to go in the corner. We've got 15 minutes, so we can take our time. I once thought this season that Port was number 1, even better than Collingwood. They are pretenders, but at the moment they very much are. And even if they win this game somehow, I don't give much of a chance against Collingwood. I think it'd be a better challenge if Collingwood versus GWS over Port Adelaide at the MCG. Maybe at the Adelaide it would be a bit different, but yeah, it looks like the Power are not up for it. Yeah, Jez is not the worst one, but I still think that's slimmy obvious as well. Surely Taranto, I know it's a risk, but Taranto, maybe did he kick 3 or more in a game? I feel like maybe. But you wouldn't want to get off to a poor start going for that run. Devon Smith is actually a pretty good one. I think I'd back Allen with that player, hopefully. Yeah, good one. We've got 1% on the first one. Let's try and get under 20 if there's even any chance of getting under 20% total score. Probably not, though. 10 plus votes in a season for the Giants. Callum Ward, Ryan Griffin. I don't think he was good enough to get 10 plus in a season. Obviously, Whitfield, Kelly, Cornelia. That'll probably have 10 or more. Green, Tom Green, Dylan Shield. Shield would be safe. You'd think he had the 10 or more in a season. He did. 5, I'll take that. 2 former Bombers. The Giants have had quite a few former Bombers, or just Essendon. If Essendon and GWS was an option, that'd be pretty easy. Travis Boak, teammate. Let's go for a very, very left field prediction here with a player. Like, let's go for one that only played a handful of games, if not less. Maybe someone in the chat can help me with that. So don't give me fucking Ollie Wines or some well-known player. Give me something that can get me under 1%. Dante Vicente. Never heard of him, which makes me feel like he might... Has he played a game, though? Maybe if he hasn't played a game, it wouldn't count. Wiley Buzzer. Did he play for Port? Can't remember if he played for Port. I thought he played for Geelong. King Dramer with an $8 donation saying that it's been a really wild week in the footy. Imagine a GWS granny from outside the 8. I would want that to happen, but in a way it wouldn't feel like the right grand final. It just wouldn't feel like the 2 best sides in it. But then think about, after the midway point of the season, they probably are the 2 best teams in it, both of them. Will Snelling. Was Will Snelling a... maybe, but sure we've got better options. Simon Phillips. You're probably correct to the fact that he did play with both, but I don't know the hell Simon Phillips is, so I don't want to, like... Fuck it. Simon Phillips. Oh, lovely. Who's Simon... Basic brothers, you better take over the chat. Who in the fuck is Simon Phillips? I've never heard of him. Apparently he's played for 6 seasons. Had to have been hard done by with injuries, or just didn't get a game. 3+ goals a game for Port. That's also been a teammate with Boak. Thinking Schultz, Monfries, Westhoff, Treadray. I think Kane Corns kicked 3 or more in a game. I'm pretty sure he did it, but I'd be annoyed if he didn't. He has. It's alright. I know it's a well-known player, but 1.53, anything under 3 you take, and I don't think many would have been gutsy enough to go for Corns, because he's a backman. So take that one. Anyone that's just joined, feel free to help out with this Gridley. We'll try and get under 30. I think 20 or less is too difficult. And I think with this one, GWS and Port Adelaide, it's going to be tough. Chad Corns, Finlayson. Just hit me with plays. Hit me with any play that used to play for both sides. Ali Paddy Carlisle apparently played for Giants. I'm not too sure, maybe. Lindsay Thomas is good for that one. Yeah, actually, you're not wrong. He used to play for Port Adelaide. But did he have to have kicked 3 goals for Port? No, I don't think so. He just had to be a teammate of Boak. Brad Ebert for bottom right. Alright, let's do Brad Ebert. It's the worst of the lot. Actually, no, it's not as bad as Shield, but I'll take it. Honestly, you know what? That's alright. That's alright. Jack Hompsch. You're probably not going to get many better than Jack Hompsch, to be honest with you. And I know for a fact that he used to play for both sides. And no one remembers him. He's a bit of an irrelevant name. So irrelevant that you can't even find him on the list. Jack Hompsch. It's okay. I didn't expect this to be very low because there are not as many plays in that category as opposed to this one where it could be so many. So that's all right. Yeah, I'm not happy, but I'm not annoyed. It could still get under 30. 3+ goals a game, averaging 15 or more uncontested possessions in a season. Well, far out, I don't know. Averaged 15 or more uncontested possessions in a season. I wouldn't know. I'd have to... It's too much of a risk going like a... It's too much of a risk just guessing. You've got to be sure. I don't want to scrub my score that badly. Lindsay Thomas never played for GWS. He played for North. No, but he played for Port Adelaide. So if I did this one, it would be correct. Middle one, Shane Edwards. Alright. I'll back you in because I don't think Edwards would have been many people's first guesses. Oh my god. Mate. If you're going to spam in all caps, you better be sure of it. You've just screwed it up now for me. I'm not going to get a score of under 30. In fact, I'm going to get a score of over 100 now. Idiot. Alright, well, at this rate, it doesn't matter. Let's just quickly get through all this. Averaged 15 or more uncontested. Surely... Oh, I can't do Boak. Give up and play again. I'm not playing again the same one. I don't think you can. I'll play a different one. Let's just quickly get through this. Port Adelaide, 15 or more uncontested possessions in a season, averaging. Wines. It'll be common, but surely he'd be there. Yep, 10% common. 10 plus Brownlow votes in a season that average 15 or more uncontested. Let's go Brendan Goddard. I don't know why he was the first player to come to mind, but that's actually the best of the lot. 0.19. Oh, not as good as Simon Phillips. Well, if it wasn't for whoever that person was that told me to go Shane Edwards, you've cost me a good score there. It's kind of annoying. Why don't we go random? Let's go random. I didn't even know you could go random. Let's go again. Alright. Let's not screw up now. Adelaide, Club BNF 1980 onwards. Let's skip that one to last. Let's just go an easier one. Paul Seedsman, teammate for Collingwood. Or Adelaide. No, Riling Knight. 1.59%. Pretty decent start. But we can do slightly better, I reckon. You'll help me out with the Crows ones? Alright, help me out with the Club BNFs. Just try and make sure you know for a fact. Bottom right, Eddie Betts. Yeah, but I think Eddie Betts is... You could go a better player, I reckon, than Eddie Betts. Because he's pretty popular for Adelaide. Pretty much anyone that was a part of the Adelaide 2017 Grand Final squad or 2018 for Collingwood. Maybe Travis Varco. Surely he played with Seedsman. He did. 2%. That's okay. Probably could have picked a better one, but that's okay. That's alright. Grand Final player that averaged 5 more marks in a season. Alright, surely we can get one under 1% here. This is one where we want to get under 1%. Tim Broomhead wasn't bad either. Surely Shane can help me with the Collingwood ones. Maybe a Collingwood player that averaged 5 more marks this season. Just drop them down below. Drop them down below. Rashudo, too obvious, I feel. Bernie Vince, maybe. We'll wait, though, for a few better ones. For Solo, are you sure? Ben Reid. Crisp. Maybe like a rocker. There are heaps of Collingwood players that would have averaged 5 or more in the season. They're doing like a tribute now for Ronald Dale Barassi. I didn't know his real name was Ronald. Jesse White. Alright. Sounds like surely would have kicked average 5 more in a season. He's played a few seasons for Collingwood as well. So if it wasn't Jesse White, I'd be pissed. It is Jesse White. Thank you, Shane. That's a good score. A very good score. Alright, what do we have here? Average 5 more marks is for Adelaide. Footy Star. Someone else could help me out with that. Adelaide, 5 more marks. I'm Teller Walker, obviously, but too easy of a... Burton. Brett Burton, I'm thinking, but pretty obvious one. What about Mitch McGovern for Adelaide? Or is that too much of a... Surely. He's... Yes. I'll take a 1%. I'll take a 1%. I know they're not the best possible picks, but I don't know players in the 1990s from Adelaide that average 5 or more. Middle left is Douglas. I'll take a McGovern for 1. Collingwood Club B and the B and F ones I'm not sure of. Middle right, Michael Johnson. Sounds like surely that's an under. Surely it's an under 1. It is. It's well under 0.34. Good one. Freo plate. This is a really good rarity score of 5.51. We could get a record here. I've never gotten a score of any under than 30. I know we're getting the chat to help a little bit, but still. Daniel Wells. Yeah, but does it... I need to know for sure. Does it matter if he won the Club NF for Collingwood, or could he have just played for Collingwood but also won a best and fairest? I don't know 100%. It's not... Don't do Eddie. Stop doing Eddie. Eddie's too obvious. Eddie would be a crap one, mate. Top right, Jack McRae. Yeah, I'm sure McRae will get you some votes, but I think we can think of a better player. Stop spamming Eddie, mate. You're getting timed out. Far out. God. He could have played for Collingwood and won a bet. I know. He would have won one for North. Top right, Sandilands. Alright, fuck it. Let's just do Sandilands, because the Racing Brothers helped me out with the previous one, I reckon. Yeah, you've done well again. You've done very well. Aaron Sandilands won a BNF. Not sure in what year, but probably would have been early 2000s, early 2010s, late 2000s. Pretty sure he was an All-Australian ruckman as well one year. Bottom middle, Ben Kennedy. Mate, you're the one that stumped me before, mate. I don't trust you at all. I don't think I can give you my faith. What year can it be until? It doesn't matter. It can be any year. 1980 onwards for Collingwood BNF. Adelaide. I'm trying to think. Now, obviously, the obvious plays we don't want to guess. We want to get the lowest possible. Everyone's telling me to go Simon Goodwin. Fuck it. I just don't think the Simon Goodwin would be the best option, but we are getting close to the second half, so we might as well just say, I'm going to guess 3%. 4%. I knew it wasn't be great, but can we at least get under 20? Collingwood Club Best and Fairest. Sav Rocker. Okay. I trust Shane because he's a Collingwood fan. And that's okay. 2%. It is North Guernsey. Surely this can get me a good score of under... I think UCAT's record's 7-8. Let's just get under 5%. Paul Seedsman teammate for Collingwood. Don't do Grundy. Ben Sinclair. Alright, AFL legend, we're going to trust you. Ben Sinclair. Are you sure you played with Seedsman? Alright, you know what? Let's go Ben Kennedy. He's so obvious. He's so adamant that it's Ben Kennedy. It was. Okay, I've given you my trust and you've repaid my faith. That's a really good score. In fact, that's a score I might as well take a photo. It's a record. I know the chat helped me out. I probably wouldn't have done as well without the chat, but hey. It's alright. Although, to be fair, you look at the this stat, your score's better than 81.17% of the grids, meaning that 18% of the people still did better. So, I think a score of under... Would a score of under 1 be remotely possible? Like, you'd have to get every single one being under 1, 0.1%. I reckon it's maybe possible. Probably, but... Yeah, to get a score, though, in the single digits, I still think is pretty good. I got 12, though. I'll take that, and that's going to be it for the halftime footy grid. And I'll tell you what, the viewers, I felt, enjoyed that because we've got a decent amount for the second half. And if we get the power to surge back in this second half with the first couple of goals, then it's game on, I would feel. But if the Giants kick the first two or just make it a bit of a stalemate, make it difficult for the power to score, then I don't really give them much of a chance. Where's the timer? Here we go. It sort of run out. I think it ran out. Here we go. Second half. If the game gets boring... Nah, I don't want to do that. I would love to just sit through and watch the entire game, even if it is a boring game. But no, the footy grids are pretty entertaining for the streams. I can't dispute that at all. Turn up the volume as well a little bit so I can hear what the commentators have to say. Farrell. Port just need to win some more footy and get the clearance count a little bit more even. Iden held and still marked. Another win for Connor Iden. Who are you tipping? I tipped the Giants in my video. Looks like it'll be a good tip. I said earlier that the Giants will get to a 30 or 40 point advantage. And then the Power respond and challenge late but don't do enough. And that's exactly what's happened. Well, early. The first half of what I said has happened. The second half, maybe Port don't challenge. But I think they probably will. C's on the line here for the Power. In their home territory. Lord off to Boak. Boak high. Power Pepper. Rioli needs to nail this. He's already kicked 2. He's kicked his 3rd. Rioli! Willie kicks the first for the Power in the second half. And finally, there's something for the Power fans to cheer about. That was a certainly needed goal for the Power. Had to have gone through and it did. It was a close game yesterday, 73-72. Well, the Summer Girl actually got the correct score there, 71-73. But it was still a pretty good game. 100%. Similar scores to Saints v GWS. Pretty much identical. Yeah, at this stage of the game, I'm pretty sure it was identical early in the third because the halftime score was 42-65. So this eerily similar in a way. I don't know why I said eerily. It's not eerily, but still. It's very similar. And it was kind of even as well. Port v Giants, an even start. Saints v Giants, pretty even start. Port have the last 5 scores on the board and they're getting another centre clearance, which is handy for them. Butter's getting back into the game. Let's see how mature the Giants are in this next 5 or 10 minutes. Oh, they're going to pay deliberate. They're paying deliberate. I reckon the Port fans influence the umpires there a little bit, to be honest. Potentially. Port might have a life. Well, they've got a spark back in them. To be honest with you, the margins are not even that much anymore. Giants' chance they've wasted in sort of that ending of that second could come back to bite them here if the Power can get a few. Oh no, Power Pepper. Similar to, I think, a Butler shot that we saw for the Saints. 3 more behinds for the Power would be the first 6-9 and 9-11 we've seen in a game of footy since the joke became a thing. But it's really died down, the meme, honestly. No one really cares as much, but might still be in footy. Bedford gets the climb. No one else really flew with him. 1 in the 50, slowing it down. Kicks it down the line. It should come back. In good position there was Bergman. They're going to keep it in. Very creative. Green to Keefe. But you just don't have as much faith in Keefe as you would for the other Giants forwards. And Aaliyah knocks it over pretty safely. How many goals do you think Rioli will kick? Probably, I reckon he'll kick 4 goals. He's kicked 3 already, but I mean, he needs to kick 4 or 5 for them to win. Probably his best game he's played for the Power this year. I know he played a good game round 1 against Brisbane, but this has been good for him as well. The final as well, stepping up. You hate Willie Rioli. Alright, mate. Wonder why you do hate him. Hopefully it's not anything to do with race. Alright, Porter doing better. Getting more men behind the play. Oh, no. No. That's going to be a free kick against Houston for blocking. Just thought they finally did something good in the defensive 50. They're going to give away a free kick. Hogan will line up for his 4th. A block against Mackenzie. And Mackenzie's just been... Again, though, I didn't think it was too bad. It was a bit harsh, but made a lot of mistakes, I feel like, in this game, Mackenzie. Hogan, tough shot. But it's a goal. That hurts. That actually hurts big time. That hurts big time. It's a woeful phrase for Xavier. Someone's already calling the fact that the game's over in the first 3 minutes of this third quarter. Just like in the Giants v Saints game. Giants get it one back through a bullshit free, and it was a bullshit free in the Saints game, but probably that one as well, 50-50. The fans of the Power would not like that, though. Look away if you're a Port fan. Looked like a fair bump, though, but he was... Looked like a fair bump. Well, that's the thing. What had happened, I didn't say anything about the fact that it could have been a free. I thought it should have been a mark to Houston. And Mackenzie had his eyes on the footy as well. So I did say earlier that he has still made a few mistakes, Mackenzie, but I can't really put the fault too much on him there. He didn't do much wrong. Not really too much you could have expected more out of him. Port Adelaide need to respond here. Can they get a quick response? They've been able to do so on the first, but not so much since then. Daniels picks it up. Goes wide, finds Kelly. Third quarter there, Daniel. Port have... Well, they had bloody plays. I don't know why they need to do that. Could have looked a bit more. The ground is the home of the bad umpiring. Umpiring's been a bit average, honestly, for both ways. Still, I still think it's favoured the Power, but average umpiring, not great. Briggs v Lysette. Briggs wins it, as you'd expect, and Callahan's there. His grandpa lives same bloody street as me, just about. Good kick, and another good kick to Hogan. So he could line up for his 5th. 5 goals for Hogan. He's having a day out. Or a night out. Probably one of the better sides when it comes to lowering their eyes. They rarely waste the footy, the Giants. They really do. set up from midfield on Toby Green's well-weighted kick. So can Hogan put up by 35? It'd just be about the match high lead for them. And it's come back into the post. 4 goals, 3 now for Hogan. That's 7 set shots. I think he might have actually had one out in the full as well. Burton goes short. Very risky. Almost hit the ground. Has to go back to Burton. He gets the ball back from Wines. Camera battery's flat. I'll have to get up and change it. Quickly changing my camera battery. Engel looks to be a bit different. Maybe I keep it like that. No, I'll leave it there. Giants and Carlton stories are crazy. Imagine them. Yeah, I know. I think. What side would you say has a better chance of making to a grand final? Because it does threaten to be 2 big blowouts, to be honest with you, with Collingwood and Brisbane. Because I feel like, especially with the fact that the Giants and the Blues haven't really got that week break, as opposed to the home sides, they could, finally end their run with a bad game and get done by, get a bit exposed possibly. I think they've both probably overachieved, I'd say. I mean, the Giants, you'd have to say overachieved this season, but they're just playing the best possible footy they can play with their list. Credit to Kingsley. There you go. They've got almost another clearance there. No. Taylor's marked it. Dixon, what are you doing, mate? Dixon's done nothing. AL reckons the Giants more likely. And I probably think so as well. Because Collingwood, I think currently still think Brisbane are the better side form-wise. And they haven't lost to the Gabba yet. And I think the Giants have been more convincing as well, the way they've been going about it. So I reckon they can pinch the Pies. The MCG. That would be a real... I hope they win, kind of. I'd rather they win, but I think it'd be a better final though. Lord takes a good mark, and I hope he goes back and kicks it. I hope it's a Carlton Collingwood grand final, to be honest with you. If there was one player who would unretire, who would it be? Unretire? I'll probably have to pick a St Kilda player. We haven't really had that many stars. Unretire, and they're as old as they are now. Because they'll still be pretty, they'll be old anyway, so they're not going to be at their prime, so they're not going to really be adding that much to your side regardless. I wouldn't, no. Lord kicks it. Important goal. He kicked 4 in the final last week. They're still alive, the power, don't get me wrong. They're still breathing. They've got a little bit of life back into them, but they've got to probably kick their next, you would think. We'll see though. They can get a bit of a run on. Haven't had a run on in a while. Lockett, obviously. Yeah, but Lockett... Would you bring back Lockett now as a 54-year-old or whatever age he is at the moment? Maybe older than 54. How old would Lockett be right now? He retired 2002, but he really retired in 1999. Probably 36, 1999 when he retired. He'd be over 60, so he wouldn't have any impact in the game. I wonder if he'd still be that good at goal kicking. I wonder if he's lost his touch. Wouldn't be as good though. Collingwood's win was very good against the Demons. Do you still have Prime? I have the bottles, but I've got the bottles on display because they look nice, but nothing's in it. Speaking of Prime, I've heard that they've got Metamoon now at Woolies. That I would like to try. I do like the look of the bottle. It's pretty cool. Anyways, back to the footy and the power. Regain possession of the footy. They look to use the ball wisely at the wing through Dersma, and it goes to the overlap handball. Now it's going to be tough. The Giants have set up pretty well. Taylor takes a good mark. Frioli was there, but he didn't have any helpers. And the Giants can rebound. Himmelberg. Prime energy drinks are in 7-Eleven. Yeah, I'm not an energy drink man, to be honest. They're not good for you at all. They've got too much sugar. And I don't think they help that much. I've had them a couple of times when I really was desperate. Like, I didn't get any sleep after a long flight. I had some the next day, so I just got a couple of Red Bulls. But, yeah. I might try the Prime Energy, though, if I see it. Lockie Jones unhappy with that call. High ball. Good luck marking this. Good. I was going to say good take from Burton. He drops it. Butters. Good work in the middle. One-on-one. Who's going to win this? There's Frioli again. And Himmelberg. Himmelberg, the taller player. Frioli. Can he pick up the ball cleanly? He can't. There's Himmelberg. And there's Ash. Over the top to Green. Ward. The game's too fast for me to keep up. Now we go. The power. Can they rebound? Drew. Goes short to Frioli. Centre circle. Looks for the target in Marshall. And he's got the ball. He wins it. Takes the mark. And can go back. And that's Port Adelaide for you. You know, when they play like that, they're a tough side to stop. Let's see if Marshall can convert. He's been pretty good, I feel like, this game. He's kicked 2, if I'm not mistaken. He had a mare early on with a drop mark, but since then I feel like he's done enough for them. He's kicked 1 goal, 1. Alright, he hasn't kicked 2. So he's been okay. He could probably do more for them. And I feel like he probably needs to do more for them if they want to win this game. Because he's the... Well, Dixon's not much of a target, I don't think, at the moment. Marshall's been more of a target. And he slotted it. So, Port have back-to-back goals. And all of a sudden, we have a decent game here at the Adelaide Oval. It's only, 18 points? That is not much. That is not much with the amount of time left on the clock. Port are gathering a little bit more momentum to make this game a good one. Hopefully we don't get a blowout. The Giants will win. That's the Cannon event, not dumb Port. No, that's a bit of a cringy comment, I'm not going to lie. Fiona says Port might come back. They might. I still think the Giants hold on here. They've been able to do so that they've really, whenever they've been challenged in a lot of these games where they've gotten strong early leads, they've always held on. They haven't really been overrun at all this season, the Giants, that I can remember. Maybe earlier on in the season when they've been losing. Because, like, the Giants, even at the start of the year, I still thought they weren't that bad. They were always in games, apart from the Collingwood game, but they just never went away. And here's another chance. Paul Francis. Oh, poor handball. That could have been important. That could have been big. That could have been a set shot the power could be on right now. Dersma with a very strong tackle. Couldn't hold it though, unfortunately. Whitfield. This game just doesn't stop. It's such a fast-paced game. It'll be a difficult one to commentate. Intercept here for the power. Butters. Need to win this one cleanly. Just don't let it get to the Giants. Jones. Oh, it's just not good enough, I don't feel like. Ash. Tried to duck there, Callahan. Port could win a really important ball here in the middle. Contested footy to be won. Massive hit on Iden from Finlayson, I think that was. Who would be the sub because he did get dropped. That is Finlayson. He's number 11, right? Port are too strong and will win. Port Adelaide, you can hear the Port chants ringing around Adelaide Oval. They've got belief now because they're playing better than Giants now. They're on top. Repeated inside 50s. Decent kick. Lord drops it, but he might get the free kick. Himmelberg goes, what the fuck you doing, mate? What is that call? He doesn't like it. Port fans love it. And Ollie Lord, I back him in. I definitely back him in. Bit of a soft one there, I feel. Didn't really do much. He was just tugging the jumper. Maybe that's karma for the one earlier with, who was it? Hogan? On Mackenzie. Ollie Lord. Oh, no. Pressure got to him. Maybe that's karma for the free kick. It probably wasn't a free kick. It shouldn't have been one. He's missed it. 8 goals, 7 plays, 10-12. 17-point game here. Anyone's game. I still think the Giants do hold on. They've been the much more convincing game side for longer this game, but it's just getting back towards Port Adelaide's terms, I feel. Need to make the most of it, though. Can't be wasting it like what Ollie Ward did. Bergman's there, and he'll get a free. So the Power... Well, currently, it's the Giants v the umpires, I feel. The Power definitely getting the favouritism at the yellow. We expect that to poor kick. Should be cut off. Will be cut off. What was that kick? What team are you going from the top 5? Well, next week I'll be going for Carlton to beat Brisbane. I'll probably just go for the underdog sides. It'd be cool to see the underdog teams, Carlton and GWS, make it. And I haven't got a hatred for any of these two sides. I probably like them both more than the sides I'll be playing against. Callahan handballs it off. Perryman, haven't really called his name out too much. Ward, that's a very smart kick. Sells a couple of bits of candy and goes to Green or Cornelia. I can't see because, again, they didn't really go for the close-up shot. Carlton could get 3 out of 4 finals at home from 5th. Yeah, true. MCG. That's if they beat Brisbane, though. Stephen Cornelia, big kick for him. Massive. It'll probably erase all of Port Adelaide's momentum. And that's straight through the middle. So Ollie Lord could have made it 12 points, but instead it goes down the other end and the Giants kick it away to make it 23 points. And that stings. You'd be pissed off if you're a Port fan. Very quiet now. It cancels out the crowd. The crowd stopped now after that. Yeah, the orange team's silencing the crowd there. It's exactly what they'd wished for. Because the crowd can get a bit daunting at times. Here we go. Horn Francis. Shitty kick inside 50 again. Really, it's been a bit of a difference, to be honest. The Giants have been much better with their ball use inside 50. Port Adelaide favouring the Giants when they're going in there. You reckon the game's a lot tighter than the scores? Oh, I don't know about that. It probably reflects the scoreboard right now, the game with the way it's been played. It doesn't feel close, but it doesn't feel... Like it does. It just feels like a 4-goal margin. I know it's stupid to say in a way because that's a scoreboard, but it does feel like the Power have a bit of catch-up to do. Marshall, what's he doing there? Buckley out in the full. Go back to Port. Let's see what the polls are saying. Remember, if you guys want to vote in the poll, it's a bit too late now, and people don't know about it until I actually say it. But if you think the Giants are going to win, vote 2. If you think the Power are going to win, vote 1. It's a bit late to continue the polls, but it's still anyone's game. But I expect some more Giants votes, to be honest with you, the way they're going about it. Whitfield looks for a target. He finds one. How do you write? How do you vote, you mean? You can vote. You look at the look at what other people are doing as well. And follow through with what they're doing. Lockie Jones. A rare defensive mark for Port Adelaide. Although, to be fair, inset marks have been kind of even. Certainly feels like there have been a lot more for the Giants. A heap more. Lord. Marks. Contested. May the Lord be with you. Good mark. If it's a Carlton Collingwood ground, who will you go for? Probably Carlton. I like them a little bit more. But, to be honest with you, I like Collingwood's fans more than Carlton's fans. Which is a bit weird. Normally the fans very much represent how much I like a side. Daniel, strong tackle. Should be a ball up. 5:20 to go. Well, this is it's becoming red time now for the Power. Don't think they can allow another goal to be conceded. They'd want it to be under 3 goals at 3/4 time. Certainly would. Green in the ruck for some reason, be Dixon. Keefe is there. Can he collect the footy? No, he cannot. Callahan picks it up very cleanly. And it wasn't the greatest handball. It was in the air for a bit too long. And now Vrioli. Finlayson. They've just got to be composed. That's a good kick. They cannot afford to panic. Butters, where's he going to go? He's going to look for goals, but it's just not the kick. Buckley was there. He was always there. And that's a 10th intercept mark for the Giants. Shitty kick. Giants, you reckon will smash Collingwood? Nah, I couldn't see the Giants smashing Collingwood, to be honest. That would be a real shock. You know, they're going to have Dacos back as well. Collingwood and probably... Well, Adams, it doesn't look like he's playing as well. He looks to be out possibly for the next 2 weeks if they make the granny. They've got to be careful here. Jones, high. It's going to come back, probably. Yeah, Whitfield marks. Courageous marking away. Didn't see what was coming. Giants have so many loose plays. Jesus, Port. You ever heard of manning up? 2019 prelim memories. I've been supporting Hawks since birth, says Hawk Sports. Well, that's good, mate. That's good. Can't be changing sides. Jake Riccardi. O'Connor, he misses. He's had an inaccurate game. 0-2. He hasn't had quite as good of a game as he had last week against the Saints. Riccardi from the Telstra logo. That's always going to stay right. In fact, that's not going to score. So, ball back to the power. What can they do? They need to find a goal here. They need to get one back. It needs to be around a 3-goal margin at most. 4 goals or more, too much to come back from, I think, with how good the Giants are keeping their leads. Finlayson needs to be clean with the footy. He isn't. Lysette, Green. Fumble city here for the two sides. Butters. Good pressure. Applied on the handball. Green. It'll probably come back. Another intercept mark. It should be. No, it isn't. McKenzie, you spud. The umpire is not friends with Trent McKenzie, giving away another free kick for some reason. I think holding on to Hogan. He's going to kick his 5th. Free kick Hogan it's been for a lot of this game. And you would expect him to nail this one, surely. Going the snap. 2:40 to go. The left foot snap. He's missed it. Hogan, mate, you could have made your name for yourself if you kicked that. You'd be the winner. Certainly would have made a name for himself if he kicked 5 or 6 in a big final, but he's missed it again. That's 4 goals 4. Port Adelaide. Oh, you are really bad, whoever did that. And now the Giants, they're so deadly on the turnover game. When they turn the ball over, the opposition, the Giants just counter-attack really quickly, and there's going to be another shot and goal for Daniels. Deserving of probably a 30-36 point lead at 3/4 time. They've been a 5-goal betted side. Which is going to make next Friday really interesting. Like 2 unexpected finals, I'd have to say. Brisbane Carlton, but very much so Collingwood GWS. Daniels, does it work its way back? No, it just stays right. So that's going to be another point for them. 11-14-80 to 8-7-55 for Port Adelaide. Probably get the inaccurate side though this time to actually win a final for once in the Giants, because they've just had way too many scoring shots to not win. If it's a Lions Pies granny, I'm still back in Brisbane. And I know people think I hate Collingwood for that, but I just think they're going to get it done. They'll want to go all the way and make the most of an MCG final. Not the greatest kick, to be honest with you. There were just too many Giants numbers, and of course they're going to win the footy back. And who's number 13 for GWS? Let me have a look. $13 for the Giants, Cumming. I always forget Isaac Cumming for some reason. Sometimes people forget about him. 53 seconds to go. Port Adelaide, if they concede late here, it's probably enough for me to call the game off. Got a man up. They got to just flood defence on us. I don't think they can score now. Coming again, learned his play name. Oh, drop mark, Whitfield. Probably could have been. Oh no, I was going to say paid ball. Bedford runs into an open goal, but he's missed it. He's missed it. They're spraying it here to the Giants. Port Adelaide lucky. Again. They can't put the nail in the coffin. Oh, Rosie drops it. Needs to be composed. He is to Burton. They're not going to get a late one. If any side's going to get a late one, it's the Giants. Buckley, you want to go now, surely. No point in just wasting time off the clock. At least drive it in there, but no, they're not going to hold it. So that's going to be 3/4 time, and it's a 26-point lead to the Giants. The lead was reduced a little bit, but not by nearly enough as what it needs to be for the Power. It'd be probably one of the biggest 3/4 time comebacks in a final if the Power went on to win this game. We'll see what happens, I guess. Tune in, I guess. Tune in to see what happens in the final quarter. Yeah, when you're 11 goals 15, yeah, it's frustrating because a lot of the chances, honestly, the late ones were easy. Hogan's was gettable. Daniels was gettable. Certainly Bedford's was gettable. 10, 15 metres out, he's fucked that one up. So
when the world of business is constantly changing, you need to stay ahead.
I don't think we're going to do Discord calls. I might actually do a quick footy grid, another random one instead. But to be fair though, the Discord calls I might do for the future streams at the quarter time break, so not too bad. Hands and heels though, great call early on. It doesn't seem like the Giants are going to lose it. Alrighty, let's get it back up. Will you stream after the game? I probably shouldn't. I probably should still work on the video that I'm doing, but maybe. If I did though, I wouldn't know what to stream. Shorter than 185 centimeters for Essendon. That's a new one. I haven't seen a shorter than like a section for the griddle or the footy grids. I keep calling it griddle even though I never play it anymore. Essendon, Devon Smith I guess would be one. Great call, but still a quarter to go. Yeah, you said that they'd win pretty comfortably as well though on your call, so it's a good one. Essendon, Brent Daniels will be one. Less than 50 games career. I'm not gonna. Oh, this is just anyone. Oh, anyone. Let's just do a St Kilda player who's played like one game. Like I have more knowledge with St Kilda. So Jack Perez. Slightly surprised that it was 0.67. I thought it'd be less than that anyways. Less than 50 games, kicked 5 more goals in a game. How on earth will the Giants be one of the 4 teams left after studying and losing Hill, Hopper and Trant on the offseason? Everyone thought they'd be down in the bottom 4 or bottom 2. I had them 17th, so shit call there. 5 more goals in a game, less than 50 in the career. Ben Ronk is probably not a bad one, although does it mean current player? Probably doesn't. Oh, 19. Everyone had Ben Ronk. Oh, that's fucked it up already. I'm not going to get a good score now. Kevin Sheedy. He'll be probably popular, I reckon. Oh my god. It's getting worse. Surely not 35%. I guess everyone just thought of the same player. Far out. That's bad. What happened to my mod? Oh, I just did a bit of a mod refresh. It was sort of doing a few things I wasn't really happy with the mod, so that's why I got rid of it. Maybe you can get it back if you just stay in the channel a bit longer, Banana Kid. Nothing against you as a person at all. But I've gotten rid of a few other people's mods as well. But I don't think I need enough. Or as much as I had at the time. Kevin Sheedy, Giants. Oh, surely I can do it better than the one before. Shad Corns. He coached by Sheedy. Jeez, this is a really crappy round. The first one I thought, wow, it's going to be good. Second, not so much. Let's go Jesse Hogan. I know it's going to be probably heaps. This is not a good one at all. Let's just go Daniels. Let's at least just get them right. Because I could, to be honest with you, I could have gone such a good round. Every single player being under 1%. But then fucked up with one and got the wrong player. Kevin Sheedy, coach by. Let's go. Shouldn't be as difficult. I can't think of anyone. Let's go Scott Lucas. That'll probably be like 10%, I reckon. 2%. I thought that'd be a lot more than just the 2. He's a pretty well-known player. 5 goals for Essendon. Tippin Woody kicked 5, so let's go him. Probably 12%. 3%. I'm doing okay with the Essendon ones in gold and shorter than 185. Devon Smith was the first player to come to mind. Surely he's high. He's gold as well. The gold for the Bombers, and still a pretty average score, but it was a pretty decent recovery after such a crappy right end of the grid. That was a pretty quick one there for that footy grid. I'm not going to go again because we have no time. We've got the final quarter to worry about for the Port Adelaide v Giants game. We're hoping for a thrilling finish. We're hoping the player can kick the first couple of goals. I know the Giants ultimately want them to win, but still. I actually can stay in chat for long because I'm on school holidays. Well, that's good. To be honest with you, though, I don't normally stream. I never stream during school hours, really. So it wouldn't make much of a difference. But yeah, fair enough, I guess. I mean, if it's a late weekday, that makes sense. Why not get as many on chats? I do reckon streaming Cahoots on the school holidays might actually be even better for me. So I might do a grand final on Thursday with Crouchy. Would people want roaming has on, maybe? I need to get him back on a stream. It's fun when I got him on last time. It's so good school holidays. I have 2 extra days off. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome for everyone. All parties. They're well and truly in the box seat, Sarah. I honestly can't see them losing this. It's very rare you see sides crumble with such big leads. I haven't really put a foot wrong all 3 quarters. But maybe Port Adelaide can do something here. They've got to use the ball at least a little bit better than what they have been. Sheesh Bentley reckons it's been a shitty game. Not as bad as other finals we've seen. Just been disappointing. If you're a Port Adelaide fan, fair enough. Free kick for some reason going to Port, and that's probably the aggressive shove over the line. Dixon! Strong hands. Charlie clunks it. In all 4 quarters, if I'm not mistaken, I think Port Adelaide kicked the first goal, so... Weird. It is weird. The Giants have won every single quarter. Oh no, they actually didn't win the third, but still, Port have kicked the first goal in every single quarter. Dixon hasn't done fuck all in this quarter, but he could still make a name for himself and have a big last term kicking 2 or 3 and giving the power the win. Charlie Dixon puts it home. Port fans, get up and about, get loud. Your side is still a chance. Your side is still a chance. Wonder if there are many Port fans watching. I know there's Xavier. Zay joined a little bit early, but he's at the game. Hopefully, we see a response from Port Adelaide to make this a good finish. West Coast winning Granny next year. Oh, you're hilarious, mate. Oh my God, West Coast, get it? Because they're 18th this season. That's so funny. So funny, I forgot to laugh.
I agree.
Oh, Riles is thinking about the game. I was too nervous yesterday. I don't want to be like that again. Well, look, you're not a fan of either of the sides, so you'd rather it finish for the ages, wouldn't you? I know it can be. I was a little bit nervous, to be honest with you, watching bits of that game. Because I wanted Carlton to win, for the Brisbane sake. Dixon, you did well, and now you've been drag rolled. Cornelio wins it. Probably wins this side of the game, I feel like. Former captain, but having his best game I've seen him play in ages. Toby Green. Just have a feeling the Giants will find a target, as they've always been able to. Green, one of the best kicks in the comp, and go inside 50. He'll probably find Hogan or someone like that. He'll find Briggs, possibly. Aaliyah. Jesus, he looks like he's panicky. Lockie Jones. High. Will it stay? No, it won't. Sam Taylor will make the diving mark and go short. Plays on. Will it be 15? Yes, it will. Kelly, lateral. Whitfield marks. Now let's see where this ball can lead up. Pretty congested forward line for the Giants, so surely they can't find a mark, but they probably will. Dixon playing as a swingman up forward early, now back. Wonder what his role actually is. Surely he's a forward player though. Like, you'd rather him in the forward line, wouldn't you? Dixon? Maybe not. Maybe he's just playing in all roles he can. He was on the ruck earlier as well. He's literally everywhere. Deliberate. Not going to pay it, but wouldn't have shocked me if they paid it, given some of the free kicks they've given to Port Adelaide, some of the shitty ones. You might get 0 right this week, but that's alright. It's a semi-final. There are only 2 games. It doesn't matter. So you can't feel like you're that good at tipping if you got 2 correct, and you can't feel like you're that bad if you got 0. You're not as bad as you think you are, and you're not as good as you think you are as well. I mean, I'd probably get 1 correct if GWS win this. But Port Adelaide, they're making a run here. 50-metre penalty. 50-metre penalty. That's a game changer, possibly. So Bergman might believe he can go for the shot here. Lord's in the square. But I think he can make the distance. It's a gettable kick. That's 45 out. And if this goes through, listen to the noise the crowd's going to make. 61 plays 81. Port Adelaide have been on the back foot really ever since quarter time. The Giants surely don't mess this one up. I don't think they will. But Port Adelaide, if they get this through, it'll be 14 points. Probably the closest they've ever been since the first quarter, but he's missed it. Can someone stand up and take their chances in critical times? Bergman misses, but they've got the ball down the end they want it to be. It is right up for grabs, AFL Legend, but I'm just afraid Giants will kick a couple late, like just in a row, and that'll be it. I wonder how Blake's feeling, because I know he wants the Giants to win, right? But I probably would also want a close game, because he doesn't actually support the Giants, obviously. Jones, just make the rush kick. That's the smart call. And there's a mark. Finlayson. The sub, because I think he just had a really poor game last week. He didn't provide much at all for the pair, but he's a player capable of kicking a bag. He has on multiple occasions this season, and he's done nothing all game. I've done just as much as Finlayson to impact this game of footy, and I've been sitting on my chair at home. Finlayson to make it 13 points. They give him a real spark. 13 points is not that much. And when you get a bit of momentum going your way and you capitalise, you know, all of a sudden you might hit the lead. Finlayson from outside 50. That looks okay. Won't make the journey. It just goes through for a behind. Didn't have the accuracy, didn't have the distance. 9-9 plays 11-15, 63, 81. Thomas Footy, stop spamming symbols. If I modded Streamlabs, would that mean that Streamlabs would delete that message? Possibly. Here come the Giants. Only say that after they score a goal or a couple. That could have been 50 against Power Pepper as well, actually, to be honest. But, you know. Oh, Leah has had I would say, a bit of a stinker of a final. Boak. It's congested at least for the Power, and that's what they want. They don't want loose men, but there you go. Look at that. They work their way out of it, the Giants, very well. Cornelio off to Cumming, and Cumming goes down the wing. Couldn't find Lloyd. Should it stay in? It doesn't. It's out of bounds. Giants have already came. My bad, I didn't mean to do it. I didn't know. Well, I'd just rather it not. It's kind of annoying. Not as annoying as Lucas is spamming. Predicting for Lions v Carlton. A bit early, but I'll probably say the Brisbane Lions by like a couple goals. I do believe it'll be pretty close. I don't think they'll get a big win. On Francis. Oh, they win it. First use of the footy. Oh, that could be holding the ball. Marshall believes it maybe is. Smart. Power Pepper. Stiff arm. Power Pepper again. Power Pepper again. Goes for the miracle. A snap around the body. Hits the post. Hits the post. Travis Boak. One of his last years possibly as a player. Could be his last. And he hits the post. You know, this actually could be pulled out. This could be the last game for Travis Boak in his career possibly. Boak's poster. 17 points. We haven't really had it under 17 since the first. Or early in the second. Port Adelaide have the crowd behind them. They're chanting. Almost, but Ward holds it strong. Rosie looked to cut that one off. This game is still well and truly alive, but I just sense that the Power need to take advantage of this momentum because the Giants will get their mojo back soon. Aaliyah needs to mark those. Yeah, I know. Heaps of points. I'd be very nervous as a Port fan, though, to be fair. I wouldn't be as nervous if I was a Giants fan, because I just have a lot of trust. I'd have a lot of trust in their system. Bergman needs to be clean. He isn't. Out of bounds. Aiden Atard cooking. You say, put in a better comment than that. Giants by 8, says Will. I said Giants by 10. It's looking very good. It's looking like a good prediction. Probably my best prediction leading up to a finals game that I've ever had this season. Boak holds on to green. 14-13 to go. Still heaps of time. But there hasn't been that many goals kicked, to be honest with you, since half time. So it's more difficult to score goals. All of a sudden, everyone goes for Carlton because they won their first final in 10 years. Yeah, everyone goes for them now. Well, what would you say there? Like, would you prefer Brisbane to win or Carlton to win next week? I'm saying Carlton, but each to their own. I know a lot of people hate Carlton. I know Sammy will be going Brisbane. I know Mark will be going Brisbane. Briggs goes high. Dangerous for Port Adelaide. Very dangerous. Toby Green's the most dangerous player on the field. Bergman to Boak. Buckley could have marked that, honestly. Particularly if they went for deliberate there. Port v West Coast 2017. Yeah, that was the last overtime. I don't think it'll be overtime tonight. I was really wanting it last night, but if it's again happening this night, this will be fucking great. How good would that be if there was an extra time? Extra time, but ultimately the Giants win. Oh, to throw. Well, they certainly should have called and they did, but didn't really want to be in against Freddie from Port. Last night's atmosphere was sensational. Yeah, I know. Green, oh, well done, Bergman, getting first hands to it. Green was almost there, not happy, you could tell. Carlton Salts that dogs don't make finals. Yeah, well, in fairness, the year prior, Bulldogs were the reason Carlton didn't make finals, so a bit of, not a karma, it's not really Bulldogs' fault, but still. Bulldogs did not deserve to make the finals this year. Cumming misses the lot. If the Bulldogs made it into the Giants, I'm just trying to think. The Bulldogs would have been 8, the Saints would have played Sydney. So I reckon probably would have helped the Saints. The Saints probably could have beaten Sydney. And the Bulldogs, well, they wouldn't have beaten Carlton. You wouldn't have thought. But then again, this would probably be St Kilda v Port Adelaide, wouldn't it? And I don't think St Kilda would have won this game at all. But Port aren't playing great, so who knows? Ward, he's been good. He's been an underrated player for them. IYF Kai's in the chat. I'd say not a spare seat in the house, but there's actually quite a few in level 2. I wonder how the Adelaide Oval Hill has turned out. What team do I support? St Kilda. Oh, well done from Jesse Hogan. He's been good apart from the misses. He could probably be on 5 or 6 goals, to be honest. But he's going to be handy for them next week if they go on to win it. Toby Green marks it. For some reason, didn't call the mark. Most fans would have got a good angle of it. Let's have a look at the replay. And that's probably a good call. Giants could have 2016 Dogs. So could Carlton. People kind of forget to realise that both sides that didn't make it top 4 are going to be in the second week of the finals. Hasn't happened, and I don't think possibly ever. Port need to find one quickly, though. I'm going to make the early call that if Giants kick the next, that they win the game. It's game over. It's too hard for Port Adelaide to come back from. Buckley probably could have been a mark, but it wasn't paid. Good tackling. Great tackling. Himmelberg in trouble. Got the handball away. Boak gets the handball off to Houston. Back to Boak, the Australian. Power Pepper. Strong. Can't find it. Giants rebound. They're doing it really well. They're composed under this pressure that the Power are applying. How many minutes to go? 11 minutes 22. Still pretty decent amount of time left for both sides, but I still feel like the Power got to go now and score their next goal in the next few minutes. Dersma, Burton, lose the footy, not pinned, and smothered ball. Well done, whoever that was. I think that was Josh Kelly. So it's been a low-scoring quarter here. The Giants haven't... I don't think they've added to their score this quarter. They haven't. They've dried up their scoring. The Power have been the only side to hit the scoreboard this quarter and make it 17 points, reducing the margin by a little bit more. Horn Francis. Well done. Wines has to go back to go forward, and they do, but it's going to be cut off. Cumming does very well to hold it there and lock up a ball up. It is getting a bit closer, Footy Star. I know you said earlier it was a boring game. It hasn't been the best final of all time, but it hasn't been a boring game. It's been an interesting game for sure. It might be even more interesting if Port Adelaide get the next one here, but the Giants go streaming inside 50. Brown v Butters. Butters wins it. Butters does really well. He finds Houston back to Butters. Butters evades Lloyd and he finds the target in the middle. That was really well done from Butters. He finds Horn Francis. They got a important one to win. Port have numbers everywhere. Go short. Oh no, that wasn't the kick at all. That wasn't the kick at all. That was a shit kick. Who was that? Number 41. Evans. I think. McKentry. McConte. Never heard of that guy in my life. There's a reason why, because he's cost the Power a goal, possibly. Horn Francis! Horn Francis! Oh, he's missed it. 9-11, the Power on. That's the second 9-11 tonight. Tell you what, Port should be lining up, if not already be on 70 points with that goal. They had so many options, but the kid fumbled under the pressure. And that's, I don't know if I say it's fair enough, but you can understand why. Kick's going to come back. Aaliyah cannot screw this up. But he has. 10 minutes to go. 16 points. Port are pressing big time. Giants, I wouldn't say have stopped, but they're playing a lot more of a defensive brand of footy now. Because I know the Power have the momentum and the surge. Horn Francis having a good last 5 minutes. So is Butters. They all are. They've been the more dominant midfield, I feel, in the last 5 minutes as well. And their pressure has been on top. Wonder where they'd be in the pressure gauge. And now the Giants are away. Lloyd, they've got to be careful. They've got to be very careful, Port Adelaide. The next goal could end the game of footy here. Short ball coming. And if it's not cut off, it's going to be a set shot. Riccardi, a tough one. And this could be it, possibly, if he nails this. And whilst obviously there's still enough time for the Power to kick forward to make it their chance to come back, I still think it's probably over anyways with the way this whole game's played out. I just can't see the Giants losing it if they kick the next goal here. Jake Riccardi, big kick. And he's nailed it. What a time to nail the goal there from Jake Riccardi. And unfortunately, it could be it for the game. I mean, I did call it a little bit earlier that it was game over. I can't claim it yet. It's still 9 to go, but that's massive. That is massive. For those wondering, there's still 9 minutes to go. There is still plenty of time. And Port are getting their chance. They have opportunities. The Giants in the preliminaries, they're all already predicting it. What's the crowd predict? Oh, Thomas, mate, are you serious? 62k? This is a game at the Adelaide Oval. They can't hold that many people. They're probably 50k, I'd say, the crowd. Maybe not even. But I've seen a few empty seats. Probably 48k, I reckon. Needs to be clean from here, the power. Horn France, if they get one straight away, give them a chance. They've got to go over the top. Wines. Power Pepper. Don't be dickhead and play on. If he kicks this straight away, 8 points, 8 minutes, back to a 16. Hopefully he does nail it for the game's sake. I reckon most would want him to kick this. Giants for Pies again, time for some Magpie revenge. People calling it early here. They're very much so calling it early. They're reckoning that the Power have no chance of coming back. Massive kick. Power Pepper has not been able to step up on the big occasions in the last couple of weeks. Surely this is his moment. No, it isn't. Bad kicking is bad footy, and it's bad kicking from both sides, honestly. 9-12, 12-15. 21 points. They keep reducing the margin ever so slightly. It's kind of annoying, honestly, to watch. Because these are professional AFL players, so they should be nailing those kicks. Good work. Power Pepper again. McEntee. Oh, mate. Go back home. You've had a mare in the last 5 minutes, mate. So many repeated chances though for Port Adelaide. I've had 9 to 5 inside 50s, but they're just wasting it. Similar in a way to Sydney and Melbourne in the first week of finals. But still. Wines, what can you do? I reckon they might find a mark here. They do, they don't. I thought they did. Finlayson couldn't mark it. Need to find a goal very, very close, very soon. Yeah, Melbourne in both weeks, kind of. Yeah, you're right, actually. 8 got, what was that, 9-17, 8-17. Bad king's bad foot. If you can't kick accurately, you're not going to win the game. Oh, to be fair, the Giants probably still win it with bad kicking. Kelly. Surely it comes back. Out of bounds, 6:58 to go. Impossible task almost for Port Adelaide. Yeah, for the 7 Giants fans watching. Are there any Giants fans legitimately watching this game on the stream? Like, I'm not saying, oh yeah, you like the Giants or you want the Giants to win or you're supporting them in this game. Legitimate Giants fans. Keith, Cornelio's been big. Be fitting if he's the reason they win with a sealer. Go short. They probably shouldn't. They don't need to go quick. They can take time off the clock here. The time's their best friend. And Toby Green marks. Predict the weight of the ball. And the captain will do it for them. How fitting is it that Toby Green will make the last... Not the last shot, but... It'll be the sealer. Mato's actually the only... He probably is, honestly. I know a couple of Giants fans, but he's the one I know best. Again, with the Giants fans, they're probably half Adelaide fans. Green kicks his third. And And the Giants are into a preliminary final against Collingwood. Both Port Adelaide and Melbourne are going to be going out in straight sets. That's pretty embarrassing, to be honest with you. AFL Legend reckons 80% of those are fake. Maybe 80% of the people in the frame are fake fans, but not 80% of the Giants fans at the game are fake. Most there would be, I reckon, still genuine fans of the Giants. Well, you can call this an upset, although a lot of people had the Giants winning this game in their predictions. Most said the Giants would win. I just had a feeling they were going to win, honestly. First time since 2014. 2014. North Melbourne. And Port. Well, they were the teams that won in the semi-finals against. So which sides were they? Freo and Sydney, I reckon. Freo and Sydney would have been the two sides out in straight sets. But then before that, trying to remember the last time before that, I couldn't. In fact, you remember that was pretty good, AFL Legend. Freo and Geelong. Was it Freo and Geelong? I thought it was Freo and Sydney. No, Sydney. Did they made the grand final that year? Never mind. Yeah, Geelong then. Geelong lost to Port. I'm trying to remember. So Port lost to Freo. North lost to Geelong. That's right. In 2015, it was. I got it confused. Yeah, Sydney made the grand final. Geelong. They lost to North in like a 6-point game. They've got to go quick here, Port Adelaide. If they want any chance, I don't know they've got none, but like if they want any chance, Houston's just got to go now. He's had a shitty game, to be honest. $9.13. You got your tickets already, mate. Far out. The thing that's kind of annoying, right, is that comparing this stream to like a couple of the others that I've done, even though it's not really been close, it's performed better. And it's like, what could have been if this was a close game with the ending, is what I'm trying to. I'm just wondering what could have been. So I hope Friday night next week's going to be good as well. 9-14 for GWS, for Port Adelaide now. They were 5 goals won, I'm pretty sure, at one stage. Maybe 5 goals too. So they've got 4 goals at 13 or 4 goals 12 since. It's probably going to be another Giants 4-goal win. Surely this hasn't performed better. No, it has. Consistently it has. Yeah, the Blues, for some reason, the Blues game, I was still like under 100 viewers with 6 minutes to go for some weird reason. So that this has been a better stream, weirdly enough. Don't know why. But I mean, you wouldn't know because you weren't there for it. Burn Jones, has he sprayed it? He has. I've scored another goal through behinds. How many behinds have they scored this quarter? 8. 1-8. 1 goal, 8. 69, a Huntsman there. All your fans were at the game. No, I don't think that's the reason, but maybe it could be. They're still trying though, Port. I guess they haven't really given up in a way. You respect their efforts in that regard, but still 100% been a disappointment for them. Do you know it'd be kind of weird if Port kick like 2 or 3 late ones, then people would feel like this has been a close game, but it really never has been a close game. You'd be nervous if you were a Collingwood fan, to be honest. Remember in the prelim final in 2019, what the Giants did? I mean, it was a different Giants side, but still. Rosie, what can Lord do? Another behind. This is getting crazy now with the points. 79-16. Now, I'll probably tip Brisbane and Collingwood next week, but I'm tempted to tip the Giants in a way. Collingwood did smash them early in the year, though, so it worries me a little bit. I've got the wood over GWS in a way. 2 minutes to go, 23-point margin. Carlton v GWS Grand Final could genuinely still happen. 13th team the Giants have beaten. It's not that impressive, to be honest with you. It's a little bit, actually. A little bit more impressive when you think about it. Actually, it is quite impressive. They've only lost to 4 teams this year. Well, there have only been 4 teams where they haven't beaten. Will that be Brisbane? Could play them in the grand final, maybe. A Brisbane GWS grand final is certainly on the cards. Like, think about it. I actually give Giants a decent chance for the way they've been playing. That'd be such a random grand final. But let's be real, Carlton-Collingwood one would be better. Houston into the man of the mark and a fumble there from Drew. He has been a bit quiet, I feel. Who's Drew tagged in this game? Because I don't think he's really done the best job. Can I assume, if you're a Collingwood fan, would you rather play Brisbane or Carlton in the grand final? Like, would you rather it be Collingwood for the sake of the game, so it's bigger stakes, or would you rather play Brisbane because you probably have a better chance of beating them at the MCG? That's kind of what I want to know. UCAT, Ollie Wines, Burn Jones, 40 seconds to go. They might get a late one here. They'll probably get a point, to be honest. And they've just run into a hurdle there. Inside 50, and it's going back to GWS. Hogan this time, the swing man. Not really. Rather play the Blues. Well, Brisbane have beaten you twice this year, actually, so yeah, maybe. Flag is a flag, but Brisbane have beaten Collingwood twice this year. I know not at the MCG, but still. Just imagine the build-up if Collingwood and Carlton made the grand final on like the Blue Brawl and Swoop Luke. Because you know, all these battles that they've had over the years, but a lot of the games have been irrelevant. I know round 23 was pretty big, but a lot of the games mean very little to both sides. But this is going to mean, well, if it happened, massive remarks. And anyways, the Giants win by 23. I'm not shocked that they've won. I'm really not. I'm really not. I think all neutrals would want Collingwood Carlton if GWS don't make it. Yeah, look, if Collingwood don't make it, I think if Collingwood win, there's a better chance that Carlton would win. I know it sounds weird, but they'll probably have a little bit... I know they'll have just as much desperation and fight, but they probably... Knowing that Collingwood are in it, I don't know. I will be there, though, next week for the Brisbane-Carlton game, so that should be big. Particularly if the Blues make it, Pies, make it, then, you know, the winner plays Collingwood. What will miss finals next year, free of lives from last year? Yeah, Port sliding could happen. I think quite a few people might tip him out of the 8. I'm thinking a little bit too far ahead, but there'll be probably at least 3 sides that don't make it. That didn't make it this year, they'll make it next year. And I see the sides maybe being Geelongs, the Adelaides, maybe the Richmonds. I don't know. I don't think Richmond will slide. Maybe the Bulldogs. Hawthorn could rise. Freo. I forgot about Freo. I think Freo will probably make the finals, actually. I think they'll sneak in. This is for you, AFL and cricket fan man. Think it'll make the 8s as you cap. I hope so. I have confidence will probably make the 8. I think we've got a good we had a good season under what we had, to be honest with you. We probably overachieved. Surely we go a little bit better. We're only improving with the youngsters we've got. I think we have a good foundation of youth. Surely no one predicted the Giants win by 4 goals. There would be a few. Again, I said that the Giants... I've said it a few times through this stream, but I'll say it again. I said that the Giants would lead by more than 25, and they've practically been in front by more than 25 for most of the game. I'll wrap things up, but I feel like maybe a AFL 23 stream, or what do we reckon? I haven't played that game in so long that I almost don't want to play it. Why don't we do a poll? And I'm actually going to do a proper poll, not one of those shitty YouTube polls, so we know how many votes we've gotten. What options? Give me some options. I've got like heaps of options here that I can do 10 if I wanted to. This does have 2019 written all over it. Shave Mo isn't an option. Nah, I'm sick of Cahoots. I'm not going to have that as an option because I've had enough of the Cahoots for the last week, but I'll be back with them soon. I'm chucking GeoGuessr. I'm going to stream out as another option, but it's probably a shitty option, to be honest. Cricket 23. Boring game. Again, I don't think it was a boring game, but each to their own. Alright, I'll probably only have the 4 options. I'll only go till 12 anyways. Let's start. Can we start the poll? Oh, complete. Let me end the poll. Has it started? New poll? Okay. So there might be people that don't know how the polls work. It's not that difficult, honestly. And let's have a timer. We'll just end it. When it gets to 5 minutes, we'll end it. A few people don't actually know how it works. You got it's exclamation mark, vote, and space. Fall Guys. Actually, yeah. Wait. Let's close poll. We'll add Fall Guys as an option. Fall Guys would be better than like a couple of the options, to be honest. And it's not that bad of a game if you play it with a few people on stream. Alright, there we go. Anyway, new poll. It's insane. First time since 2014 that's happened. Video network error. Alright, vote. I don't know if think you can vote multiple times. I'm pretty sure there is a rule where you can only vote once, which is good. You don't want people voting multiple times. AFL 23 with 6. Just Chatting with 1. GWS with 1. Streamer with 2. Fall Guys has... How many votes does Fall Guys have? Can't see. Surely that updates. Yeah, there we go. We can see now. So after 5 minutes, I guess, we'll see what gets the most votes. If you want it to be Fall Guys, Evo, not an option. AFL 23 is. I actually want to play Fall Guys full ball. Vote 5 guys. I'd have more fun with people on a call. Bit of Fall Guys to finish the night off. Vote 5 guys. Vote 5. UCAT votes are Just Chatting. Probably the more boring option of the lot. Only 4 people voting the StreamYards. No one's voted GWS. Remember, you've got to... You need a space between vote and your number of choice. I'm pretty sure. So make sure there's a space to get your vote accepted. And now AFL 23 has the most. After 5 minutes, we'll see who has voted for the most. Fall Guys has lost a vote in AFL 23. He's gotten one. Now it's 3 in the lead. Oh, now it's even again. 13 apiece. What's just happened there? The votes are registering now. Vote 5, vote 1. And if it's a tie between Fall Guys and AFL 23, because I prefer to play Fall Guys, I'll do that. Because I know I'm going to get pissed off at AFL 23. Oh, AFL 23 leads by a point. GWS has no votes now. I think you can change your vote. I'm pretty sure. If you've already voted. Did I miss McCullough's dono? I didn't even say that you did donate. But thank you for the $8. Cheers for the streams as of late. Really good to watch. No worries. Sorry for missing it out. I obviously was looking at another screen when you donated there. Port out a worst final series in Melbourne. Still out in straight sets, buddy. You know, maybe that Port loss makes you feel a little bit better about the fact that you guys are in straight sets losses, but still in straight sets. Fall Guys leading by 1%. I'll agree with you though. Yeah, Melbourne probably had a better final series, but they still haven't won a game. What do we got now? 3 minutes elapsed. 2 more to go. You support Collingwood. I don't really care, but thank you for letting me know. Jeez, Just Chatting losing their votes. I think the only person that's still stuck with the Just Chatting votes being UCAT. StreamYard. It'd be kind of funny with like 30 seconds to go, GWS wins. Everyone just changes their vote to GWS or some crap. As a joke, it'd be kind of funny if you guys did do that. Like because with this you can change your vote as opposed to the normal YouTube polls, but you can't. And plus you don't know how many people have voted either, and you can't really see a live updated version of it. 1 minute to go, then we'll... Oh shit, AFL 23 Fall Guys on the same amount of votes, and also with this you got more options as well. You can put up to 10. I don't know why you'd want more than 10. I know Josh would want 1. This is close. Remember, 5 minutes. Do I need to give it 5 minutes? Probably not, but I have. Jesus, they've lost 2 votes. StreamYard has 7 now. I think as a joke, people are voting 3. Just vote for whatever one you want from now on. There's no point in doing so. Fall Guys 17, AFL 23 17, Just Chatting 1, GWS 4, StreamYard 7. It's more exciting than the footy, for God's sakes. Fall Guys now with 18 votes. AFL 23 13, 17, sorry. 20 seconds to go. Fall Guys leading by 3 votes now. This is going to be a big final quarter for Fall Guys. Can they do it? There's still 10 seconds to go, but I don't think there'll be enough time to catch them. Fall Guys with 4 votes in front. Looks like we'll be doing Fall Guys. And let's close the poll. 50 votes we got. And it should say... Streamlabs will tell you that 5 got the most. It should tell you. Oh, wait, I'll complete it now. I'll complete it. It should tell you now that the voting's been locked. 5 was the most voted option with the poll, 42%, which means we're doing some late night Fall Guys for, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. Everyone was voting 1. No, mate, just because you wanted 1 doesn't mean it's just going to be whatever you wanted. You obviously don't understand how it works. You can't vote multiple times. And clearly the poll doesn't lie. 5 got the most. Let me know through, I don't know, like Discord DM, no, not Discord, sorry, Instagram. Like, if anyone's in like the Instagram main chats, let me know if you want to hop on for a game. And we'll hop on. Whatever you guys want. But till then, we'll see you. I'll probably schedule it in 15 minutes, I'd say. I reckon.